Okay, hello. The server restarted. GTA. Oh, we're doing another one. Hi, Amy. That's fine. Let's have fun. I don't know why GTA is not loading. Why isn't GTA loading? There it goes. That was weird. Hola, buenos dias. ¿Cómo está? Bien. That's the extent of my Spanish. No, I can also say please stand clear of the doors. But I'm sure because I can't do any like accent, I probably sound horrendous to someone who's Spanish speaking. Yeah, muy bien. I know my colors, I can count, I can say please stand clear of the doors, I know how to say like my name is. In high school, I thought it was really funny to say there's a cat in your pants. I don't know. That's like my favorite sentence. I don't know why. Um, I know like cat, dog, things like I know very basic Spanish because I had to take it in high school, and I knew enough when I was in Spain and Mexico to like get by, but I can't have whole ass conversations. I've thought a few times of like trying like Duolingo or stuff, especially because where I live in Florida, there is you almost have to be bilingual to get a job around here where I live. So, I don't know. Oh, thank you! 7 months! Thank you. Here's a heart. Thank you for the sub. Speaking of subs, what's everyone's favorite sub? Publix just got a brisket sub that I really want to try because I'm a brisket girly. You speak a little Spanish? Isn't that what that means? Poco? Espanol? I'd have to say asshole in Spanish too. Um, oh, you speak Spanish, okay. I thought it was what's the like little Spanish. I know that does not begin with a P too. I don't know. My Spanish is limited. But yeah, subs. I every Sunday I get a pub sub. If anyone knows what Publix is. You said I'm speak Spanish, not I speak Spanish. I'm speak Spanish. Great English in Spanish. The thing that confuses me in Spanish is hype trains come way too easily. We are on a hype train. It's almost hard to be hyped for hype trains because they come so easily. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, every Sunday I either get a turkey sub or I get a chicken nugget sub. Both delicious. So I got it. Oh yeah, I didn't read the message of the day. Hold on, where's the message of the day? Ah, come on, load. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, we're 77.78 towards level 3. Oh my god, thank you. Message of the day. I'm trying to scroll up to it. Status. Taco Tuesday. Oh, I want tacos. I had pizza. Oh, Foxicle. That's awesome. You got it. And you got a gifted sub. That's awesome. Big Bean, you got promoted. Amazing. I'm assuming your job or promoted elsewhere. Hey, Loki got one. Actually, I've recognized most of these names. That's awesome. That's actually really awesome. Thank you, whoever that was. It's Taco Tuesday. It's the same message every Tuesday, so I'm not going to read it. For those who aren't aware, we also have EMS Canine apps open. Aww. I don't know what that noise is. Chicken quesadillas are good. I'm not a big margarita fan. But hi, Janelle. Oh, the officer. Oh, yeah. Wait. I knew that. I was on Strawberry last night. They said that. Didn't they? Or am I losing my mind? I might be losing my mind. I hope I logged off at the hospital. Otherwise, it's gonna be very embarrassing. I should have just woken up at the hospital. No, I'm in the hospital. I like to make sure I wake up here so I can actually get my bag on my leg. As all my apps fucking shift into place. Wardrobe. T-shirt. Where? You beef with Trappy.
Oh, hello, she's alive. Wait, we do have room. It's just us. Wait a second.
Clock on? Did my radio finally die? I'm gonna run in and grab a radio because my radio is dead.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. Probably gonna grab a new transponder while I'm in here. Why do you beef with Trappy? Trappy's amazing. And Piper does know him, okay? He came and sat in my lap during interviews. And then radio. Oh, no, my radio's not dead. What was right there? Whatever, I got a new transponder. My radio wasn't dead. I'm dumb. Because that's the spot I keep the radio on, Piper. Or, no, Letti. So I got myself confused.
Okay. Oh, okay, it's seats 5.
Yeah, these, all seat 5.
Alright, y'all ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Think we're good? Okay.
Because they're BCSO. Friendly banter back and forth is fine. Just don't make it an actual thing. But the funny thing is, they're... I just got a funny DM. Anyway, the thing is... The hype train ended! Woo! I've collected all of the level... I can't get any more emotes unless I get bigger hype trains, it looks like, guys.
Oh,
okay.
Very bright.
The radio is a little loud. get where I want to sit.
That's a lot of
What
EMS.
is going on back there?
Don't worry about it.
Probably Brighton yapping.
Coming from you is crazy comms, bro. 10-3. I didn't mean to 10-3 part, actually. That was kind of rude, but...
Nah, disrespectful as hell. Just like me cutting out to start the meeting. Welcome to second shift. Good police working last 24 hours.
Cleaned up a Y2K bandits gang fight. I think we got like 395s out of it.
Hell yeah.
Me and Corey had just broken off a call, and we were driving by Rockford Plaza.
I think
We saw
he
a car
has.
on the
I can't
sidewalk.
see.
The guy was inside the clothing store. So first we asked him nicely to move
Oh,
the car
wait.
in a suitable parking spot. He said, "I'm busy." Then we proceeded to write him a ticket for unauthorized parking.
That's good work right there.
Oh, we chased a B boost. They tried to do some like strat thing, but instead he spiked his own boys. And then I think they got rage bait and not very happy because they started ramming me. We got the boost car, but we didn't get any 95s. But boost car's better than nothing.
DOC stopped a jailbreak last night. 295s were apprehended and processed.
Hello, DPSO.
Okay. That's enough good police work then. We'll move on to departments. BCSO, how are we?
Hey,
Yo,
yeah,
we got something huge.
we got two things. Obviously, first and foremost, Greg Stryker passed his eval last night, so that's our newest deputy. Second of all, it's man, the myth, the legend himself, Jack Escalito, up on his 5 years today, so that's pretty big for 5 years of
5
service.
years?
So thanks, my boy.
Hell yeah.
What an old man.
He meant it.
I'm just
Thank
so
you.
excited for
Appreciate
Jack.
it. Whoop whoop, Jack. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, W's for the BCSO there. Congratulations, everyone. How's about EMS? How are you guys doing this evening?
Make sure you eat, drink, wear your seatbelt. Make sure your medical profile is updated, and that's about it.
Yeah, eat your seatbelts.
Hell yeah. Department of Corrections.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
Hell yeah. Okay. Troopers.
Hello, we are blue-gray, and sometimes we are black.
I hear
That is all, though.
Lovely, lovely. SAODOJ. Anyone?
SEO had a little thing. So there was a new bulletin that was posted by Taggy a couple hours ago. Just to emphasize on it a bit, if you have a warrant, don't add the charges until you've discussed it with a supervisor and our SEO and they've given approval. So just put the warrant in the body of the report, speak with a supervisor and our SEO, ask for approval, and then add the charges and they will sign off on it.
You heard the lady, guys.
That is all
Alright.
from SEO.
Dude, W. Okay. LSPD does have a little something. Little some. Little some light, little some.
I think Jade's
Well,
gonna.
Oh, Jade's doing it. Never mind. Oh,
Hello. So obviously we had Danny and Noah be our newest officers. Well, today we had a final evaluation, and probably one of the best ones I've actually been on, the most knowledgeable one. So please, everyone, congratulate Lucas Gray in becoming the newest LSPD officer.
dude, hell yeah! Welcome aboard, Lucas.
Excellent.
Congratulations,
Big
buddy.
kick up, big kick up.
Congratulations.
This is excellent.
You made the right choice.
Oh yeah, best choice.
Congrats.
And it doesn't.
Very good.
And the W train doesn't stop there.
Hey, Willem,
For we-
hey, let me get out of the way, yeah.
Before we have a promotion this evening. Sadie, would you mind coming up to the front here?
Oh shit.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
My
This is Sadie.
Pokey.
Sadie's been with us for quite some time. She's doing great work. Try-harding, no-lifing, all the good stuff that we do here. Congratulations, Sadie, on becoming our newest senior officer.
Let's go, Sadie. But whatever you do, Sadie, do not be disheartened, okay? Do not be disheartened.
Oh yeah, Sadie.
Don't be discouraged.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Sadie.
Keep doing what you're doing,
Good
Sadie.
work, Sadie. Good work.
Dude.
Congratulations, Sadie.
Put Sadie in fast car now.
Dude, thanks, guys.
God help us.
She can't drive a normal car.
She can surely drive one at 200 miles an hour.
I mean, she can drive it. She just might get ejected.
Fast car's still on hold for the foreseeable.
Yeah, we'll get it for 2 months of the year, and then it'll be on hold for the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'll be. That sounds good.
Maybe just 1 month this time.
Bro, is that the fucking
Sadie,
curb?
floor 4 after this one,
Oh
we
my
just
God.
give you a little touch and go, little
Holy shit, the line.
conversation.
Yes,
But
we
other
do.
than that,
The
from
code.
the LSPD, that is everything. We will move on to command and supervisors.
Axon, please.
Guys, I'm tired of
Old axe on,
listening.
not axe off.
Yeah, I'm tired of listening to Sophie
Casablanca?
tell everyone about wearing axons. So if you could wear them, that would be great.
Not only wear them, make sure it's visible any evidence, but thank you. That's all for me. That's all. For
Excellent.
For this
Okay.
part.
Okay, Sophie, just go again. Just
Yeah,
get your
yeah,
whole.
okay.
Next time, just get your
Alright.
whole bit out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, no one else got nothing. So don't put putting in helicopters with using the unpredicted roof, which I advise against. Make sure you're watching the bushes. Keep a gun in your hand. You like whenever you can. People hold up officers on the roof, and from CID, collect evidence for statements. Look people in gangster profile. If you ask
So
for a
you
statement,
detect
write the
me?
statement. It's your job. Write the statement. Thank you.
Oh
I want to bid
sorry.
$55.
So yeah, so
Dude, I'm sorry.
any other subdivisions or sorts that would like to speak? I know dogs have something soon.
No, dogs can't speak.
Oh yes, K9 Boot Camp on Sunday. If you would like to attend, all Cadet Plus are welcome to attend, and DOC recruits are also welcome.
Get out of the way, cub. I can't get in to my corner.
So yeah, so that's the meeting.
Hey, yeah,
We
meeting's
are
over,
dismissed.
Sean.
Get out. Have a lovely shift, everybody.
Hey, what do you mean I just landed?
Yo, Juice,
That is
rerun
in
it,
order.
rerun it.
Willow, can I steal you from?
Yes, hi.
Daptington, duo.
Hey, Lucas, can you meet us on floor 4?
Willow, can I speak with you real quick?
Yeah, Jack's gonna speak with me and then we can.
Willow, can I bother you for a second?
Yeah, maybe after.
Hey, Willow, can I bore you
God,
for a
there's so
second?
many voices.
Hello.
I gotta go to floor 4.
I just
Was DMing someone. Hey Brandon. Hey Agent. I will eat and drink when I get back to the hospital. I don't have any food on me. I was responding to some DMs.
Come on, guys.
I almost sat there and like waited because I'm so used to playing the capybara that I almost just sat and waited for someone else to open up the door for me because I'm that smart. I can't move my mouse. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I play 4 characters, although Tofu is slightly on the back burner right now. Okay, we're waiting for one other person for the meeting, Ember.
Okay.
Well, actually, are you gonna be on duty for a little bit?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I can be. What's up?
I got a meeting that I'd like to have another director with, possibly.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I
Oh,
swapped
okay.
from DOC. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Sorry, I had to figure out.
It's gonna be slightly delayed, but we'll be still having it. It's just gonna be slightly delayed.
Okay.
She's having some trouble with the ticket booth, apparently.
Okay, gotcha.
I almost couldn't fall.
What happened?
You sound exhausted. Don't do that.
Yeah, you'd have to do
Don't
Proby
that.
all over again. But, you know, we have a pretty healthy
My
department.
nose is stuffed.
Roster.
I'm gonna be here for a little bit, and I have to go back over and help out some stuff with.
Like, Luna's head of administration now. And we're going to be making a lot of command changes at the end of this month because we're doing audits. We could maybe do the Tyler meeting while waiting for her to kill birds, or do we just want to wait?
Let's just yelling. Let's just wait. It shouldn't be too awfully long. Do we have a time frame on that?
She said that at 6:06. It's 6:23. I haven't got an update since, so I am gonna go tinkle. I'll be right back. Be 10:07 for 2 mics. I got to go pee, guys. Ah. So what am I gonna do? Hey, you can hold my hand while we pee.
Oh god. I don't know, I got stuck in here.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna.
I'll fiercely hold your hand. Don't worry.
Okay, I can't run an ad, so I was gonna run an ad while I peed, but you guys can play the number game while I go pee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. No one got it! You failed! Here. Isn't that like a wash hands? Hands. clean hands. That's what it is. My old server was wash hands. You guys failed. How could you fail? There, Piper washed her hands with her gloves on. You were close. Poke.
Why?
Did I feel like poking you? Okay, let's see if I have a response about this meeting.
I just tried to look for an app that's on my phone that is not on my phone here.
What?
It's on my out-of-state phone.
Oh, my dog pinged me 5 days ago. Alright, let me ping the dog.
They pistol whipped people in a circle, so we might have like all of them coming through.
Oh jeez, I was so we were both wrong. He said it was 2 getting another. I said it was 1 going to town on all of them, and it seems like it was just all the arties.
Every EMS around has a bunch of
Somebody
tags.
with a fire extinguisher.
I know you can karate chop back someone's head if you pull like a weapon out and put it back or something.
Oh, my fire extinguisher went to bed.
Hello, what's going on?
Just get like a little like Toy Story plaster or something, please. And yeah.
I gotcha. Go ahead and get you a little bit of ice pack here and get you wrapped up. If anything does get any worse, just please come back and see us, okay?
Will do.
Holy.
There's a lot of yous. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Nothing
Cheers
is
for
fine.
medical assistance.
More pistol whipping or not pistol whipping?
I was the start of it. I was the catalyst.
Oh, you got patient zero. That's funny.
I was the catalyst.
By the time D8 gets back to us, we're gonna be able to afford the fucking vet clinic. We're only 100K from what the vet clinic was last time. Parsons.
Yeah.
Alright. I should get my paycheck.
I should too,
That's a later
but
issue.
yeah, I'm too lazy.
I think my food got delivered here, but I'm too lazy to go find out. Now I gotta ask when she comes back out here, did she get her 1 at the least?
She did.
Good.
That guy said, bacon all run. I sure as fuck ain't.
Oh, they're all on a
They got
bus.
Picked up by a bus.
That's funny.
Convenient, I guess.
I reached out for an update.
Hi, Kara.
Hi.
Oh,
I wasn't sure if there was going to be anyone from EMS here.
Hello.
Who came out
We're
before.
here. We live.
Barely, some of us, but we live.
Fair. I
What's
just
going on,
need to
guys?
change the emergency contacts on my healthy stuff.
Come with me.
Like to.
She's got you right there.
Come with me, and you'll
And
see
you see in a world of pure imagination.
The other ones.
you can't say that word, and I won't. I don't sing it. Like you just can't.
I had a back home. I was volunteering for a children's hospital charity a couple years back, and they like assigned you different like areas, right? So like as the kids would come to this parade at like a zoo, there are different stations that were set up, and so I was in a station where it was like a game, like little small games, right? Like a horseshoe toss, like the little I don't know what it's called, the balls that are attached to a string that you like go over like two like, ladder type things, and a couple of different like little tic-tac-toe and hopscotch stuff. In my booth, though, I only heard one song on repeat. It was me and my other volunteer friend, and him and I were both like, "Oh my god!" It was literally just that song on repeat for 2.5 hours. And
would go
so
insane.
we then we went
Hey
home.
guys,
Hello.
how's it going? How are you guys doing today? You
We're
guys
doing
look
good.
very professional in this line that you guys have going on today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm pretty scratched up and bruised up. You know, like I need some help. Just need a quick patch up. You know.
Let me see. What happened?
So I
I
ended up
flew out the
making
car, but I
a
survived.
playlist that had all the different remixes of Pure Imagination, and it's cursed.
An ice pack.
After that, I think I still have it somewhere.
In a similar vein, you know, an out-of-state job, very first one was right
How's that
when
feeling?
Miley Cyrus'
Thank
The
you.
Climb came out, and they had an hour-long video, a 57-minute video, and it played, I think it was 11 times in different variations. It was all like the same variation, but it'd be
No,
like
thank you.
the
No, I'm
music
so good.
video, and then it'd be like an advertising for the Hannah Montana movie, and then it would be like the Disney Channel playing it, or behind an interview
Yeah, I'm
of
good on
Miley.
that.
I was like, oh my god.
I'm good on that in 14 different languages.
It literally, yeah, it was like 11 or 12 times in that 57-minute clip. It would play. Sometimes it'd be the whole song, sometimes it'd just be a clip, but oh, I could repeat that thing verbatim. Every 57 minutes it would repeat. It was also a G-Force commercial. That's the hamster movie, right? With the little hamsters, I think. I think that's what that was. That's all I remember from that video.
Yeah, hold on.
And then being told to make the plushes in Plush Mountain extra happy. Whatever that means. That was a task we had to do. Anyway. Still don't have an update. I hate Jimmy's fucking profile photo. I don't know why. It kind of creeps me out.
That's the I'm just shielding their like name from it, but that's the name of the playlist and the description. Come with me and you'll be
Oh my god.
Found 17 versions of it.
I wish you'd give me an update. I don't want to have to push this back another day, because I'm, you know. Oh, Tegan, I do want to borrow you for a minute, though. I want to talk with you about the Schwimmer thing. They're going to have that meeting with him tomorrow. But I'm still confused where he said it's a parent of how I treated him during when he was teaching.
I was hoping you were going to be there anyway. Because
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm
better to
gonna
have
be.
it all out in the open and have that conversation. I have no idea. But I gotta be honest with you, I haven't seen. He's been on LOA, right? And like, for
Well,
a
this
while.
was this
I don't-
happened right after the class. I mean, I texted you that he was being very monotone and it was hard to listen to, but like, that was something I texted you, and like, I wasn't like, I don't know how I made it clear that I have no trust in him during that. I know I interjected a few times, but I always interject. people forget things. So I don't
see anything bad there at all. So like I think it's just something maybe he's feeling a certain way about something potentially. I believe the end of the day is probably like a friendship thing with you guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
like, I'm
a
fine with him. He's just upset that
professional
I don't support his engagement because he told me that he's still in the puppy love stage. And I said you shouldn't get engaged when you're still in puppy love. You guys are still in the honeymoon phase. That's literally it. And that's all I said. I said I will not support the marriage because of that. But like that's the only thing negative I've ever said to him, and that's a friend thing, not a work thing. So now he's making it a work thing, and I'm like, I'm so confused because I'm not making it a work thing. But he's making
I think honestly
one.
it's something. Well, so but here's the thing too, right? The other day, yeah, work is work, personal is personal. Just try to keep that out as best we can. But we all are guilty of like bleeding over sometimes, and I think because he's had that friendship with you for years, right? He's probably taking what was said in a blended level, and that's and you could probably have said maybe something like that in a blended level too. I think it's just how you both heard and received both like conversations. I'm hoping it'll be a quick thing. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of a let's talk about it. If you guys are good, because it's mostly going to be between you and him. We'll just be there. They'll be like, hey, don't like jump down someone's throat. Like have civility and listen to them and call it a day.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a friendship thing. I just want to make sure here, right? Like Sam's is chill.
Yeah,
So that's the reason why I'm like, let's have a conversation. I noticed you hadn't been around, and I was like, well, I know you have aspirations for getting up into Indiana, but it's not going to help you with Houdini, right? And not being around. So I didn't know what was going on there. And then you had that LOA, which is totally understandable. So
I'm just still confused by what he said, though. He said that, like, it's very clear I don't have faith in him or I'm undermining him during...
I don't have... That, to me, hasn't seemed clear, but I haven't seen you two together outside of that meeting, right?
No, that was the class he's recalling to.
For the class.
Yeah, that's the only time, and I haven't, like, if he sees what I did as undermining him, then I'm undermining everyone in the whole... Yeah, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I am not, like, I literally interject when people forget things all the time, just to make sure it's said.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's, I think, he might have just been sensitive, because this was, like, about a month back at this point, right?
Yeah.
So this is about a sensitive time for maybe how he felt at the time, or that day. All those moments where, like, hey, we'll take something where someone says something we know in our soul doesn't mean the level of gravity our mind is attaching to it, but sometimes it is just that thing for the day, right? That will sink your ship. It could have been with situations. It could have been, I was reaching out versus somebody else reaching out. I don't know. But I'd rather just have us all sit down in a room, just kind of a quick conversation, hopefully get it through, and then see what path is best forward for all involved. Like if he doesn't have the heart in here anymore, that's okay. If he's unable to work with you, or you're able to work with him, which I doubt. Just look at all the questions on the table and get it answered, and then we'll just figure out a solution. I'm just too deep.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. I'm just like reading him saying that, like, that hurt because, like, I'm not trying to undermine him in that aspect. Do I have, like, a little bit of questionable things about his decisions? Yeah, but I'm not bringing that into work, and that's literally just because, like I said, I love love, and when you say you're still in the honeymoon / puppy dog phase, you don't know if you love someone. So that's just, and that's personal. That is not work related. I just severely question his judgment in that.
So I think that might be something, just what you said right there, severely question his judgment. He may take that to apply to everything. See what I'm saying? I think it might be like a word pile, but at the same time, you have a piece of you that has that deep-rooted friendship, right? And then there's a work where there's work Piper and work Derek, right?
I wonder. Oh, hold on. Let me clarify something. He has been in love with me since 2019. He has asked me out repeatedly, and I have friend zoned him repeatedly. Where we've lived before, people would be like, "Always, why aren't you dating? Why aren't you dating?" I'm like, because I see him as a friend, and about a week after Caspian asked me out on, like, a date, he asked me for a date. Again, he goes, I know I haven't tried in a while, and I'm going to try, and he tried. Again, and I'm like, I agreed to go out on a date with Caspian, and then he got distant when I started dating Caspian. So, I don't know, like, if that has anything to do with it, but I made it very clear I only want to be his friend, but he has repeatedly asked me out. So, I don't know if he's just jumping, and then when I told him I don't support it, then he's like, I don't know. Does that make any sense? There's a long history. When I say since 2019, I mean it. Like, he used to be forever friend zoned. That is literally who he is. I thought he accepted it for a while until I started dating Caspian, and when we didn't make it public yet, and like I said, he asked me again. I'm like, oh my Caspian.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a minute to digest that tidbit. But okay. So reframe.
Yeah.
This is definitely not a Sam situation. This is definitely a you and him situation.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it at that. I can be there as friend support, but I don't want to do this under the veil of Sam's because it's not related.
Well, the one thing is Sam's related because he's saying I'm undermining him when I'm not. Like, even
the rest of it, right? The rest of it talks about friendship and everything like that.
Yeah.
This is more of a conversation as a friend. So I think that is, which is good, right? It removes the veil of Sam's. Second thing, people come to work because their friends are there. Like people used it before. You had this pattern where you show up, people show up, right?
Yeah.
It's something that
hey monkey,
you come to work. You're more happy to come to work because your friends are there. So if he doesn't know where the friendship stands currently, that could be preventing him to be here. Not saying it is. I'm just saying it's a talking point, right? And then the third one, as someone who would see or hear that, right? So take yourself and him out of it, right? If you were going after somebody, let's say you're going after Caspian over and over and over again, right? And Caspian's like, no, I'm friend zoning you. You're like, okay. And then you decide to go out and date somebody else. Say you date a swimmer, right? And then you got engaged, and Caspian comes back and goes, bruh, you're being silly. Like, why are you doing this? It's gonna feel different. Because how I can see that the way you just explained it, that's gonna feel like, well, why do you care? You know what I mean? You didn't want me before, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I still don't want him like that, but he's my best friend.
But you can see how it kind of like intermingles with that because you guys have that explicit history, right? If it was just like friends or siblings, I doubt there would be that like that little layer of like convoluted, right? Because there were lines where he very clearly apparently had feelings for you. And then after being, giving up, I guess, he moved on to somebody else. He's probably kind of wondering why you're like, well, why do you care? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of see it that way, but at the same time, it's not a Sam's thing. It's a friendship thing.
I just more wanted to clarify because you were in with that Proby class. If you thought I was undermining him, that was my main point pulling you here because I don't feel like I was. I feel like I treated him like everyone else who was doing SOPs every class.
Yeah, no, I mean, and here's the thing. We've given feedback on multiple people who have done things in parts. There have been parts where, like, I'll even say something, and you're like, oh, yeah, and this as well. And I'm like, cool, like, I'm glad we grabbed that. I don't take it as an attack, but we've also had people who are like, hey, maybe they need a bit more brush up. Or perhaps reading isn't their forte, right? Maybe we give them something more hands-on as a part of the training course. Because not everyone learns or teaches the same way.
That's why
we're just being flexible and being observant. I mean, that's the best.
I like Juno doing it because she makes it interesting. But I mean, I even text you and I said he just seems very dry. I'm having a hard time focusing on him today. But that was only said to you, and I don't think you shared it. I'm not saying that you shared it. I'm just saying, like, I texted that to you, and that was it. So, but that's.
And I think, but it was like his first time, right? So, like, that's doing that section. Trust me, when I started my RSCs over at DOC. Those first couple were rough. I don't sure people were either screaming or watch paint dry. You have to learn to get into it, get engaged, and build things up. And I love where I'm building right now and continue to build. But he has to start somewhere, right? But we understand. Hey, listen, you did do a good job. You got through it. Just could have had more of personality to it, right? I mean, that's small things to fix. It's really not. I mean, there's no negative detriment to any of what you said. I understand. I agreed and understood. But again, it was his first one. Cool. For the next one, we can give him feedback saying, hey, listen, you nailed it. Here's where I think we can kind of add some pizzazz. Like, give some examples or kind of go from reading a PowerPoint, quote unquote, line by line to making it your own. I think that's a piece that our really stellar trainers have is they make these pieces their own and project that onto people. I think that that's beautiful because they do it multiple people who have this thing of their own element of how they remember it, how they know how to best train it, which then morphs in the next person, into the next person, into the next person. So It's not a bad thing. We don't have anything negative to say. I don't know if I got that from you at all. So we're just giving feedback. You and I have to do that because we have to go
Yeah.
through ideas of people and movements and where can they grow? How can we help? How can we can flourish? You know, it's a healthy progression.
Yeah, just seeing that just like it hurt my feelings in that aspect because I was like, I don't think I did that like at all. Like I was so confused. I was like,
figured you were probably going to be a bit hurt by that, but at the same time, I don't think it was meant in that way, which doesn't alleviate it. But at the same time, I'm proud of him for being able to say that in front of everybody. I mean, it was limited to certain command, but to everybody. You know what I mean? Like that is good to know that he can voice that in a crowded room. Yeah.
Yeah. All that Tyler stuff has me annoyed because I thought he was doing good. Sorry, I'm changing the subject because I just was thinking of things.
I want to get clarity on that because I believe they're both in the wrong. And what I'm saying about that is I believe that, well, Tyler has done better, and I'm willing to give him that credit that he has done better. He has to understand that, yes, while he is, technically speaking, a rank above her, he shouldn't be relying on her to do or anybody else under him to do everything, right? At the same time, Amy shouldn't have clapped back. Like, and she has a habit of that, and I love her to death, but she needs to bring it down. So having those two and knowing like their ability to kind of like snip, right? They just need to both be told, hey guys, listen, you have the right to say I'm occupied right now with something. You have the right to ask for help, but you don't have the right to diminish or slough off things that you're doing to somebody else that they can't hold in their capacity. Everyone has the right to say no. You can go ahead and get that. And if you don't want to work, no one is making you work. Yes, for 3 hours a week. It is not murder. So if you got through your 3, great. If you are a trainer and wants to continue to train, then train. You know what I mean? But like it's not that bad. If you're training one probie for 3 hours, like not only are you getting your training shit done, right? But you're also getting your hours done. And honestly, the amount of probies that would adore having someone clung to them for a set amount of hours at a time is amazing. And even if not, if you're like, hey, I'm a little tired, maybe they could have swapped the probie, right? Like he'll take the probie for a little bit and she'll go and do some stuff. And, you know, or they can work on it together. I want them to be more cohesive. I just had to have this conversation in a different.
I was just reading what like Juno said, like, and you know, she said a lot of the stuff that like I just don't see with Tyler, and it makes it harder because I literally was gonna put his name up for promotion for lead, depending on the audits. Which, speaking of audits, I'm trying to think of the easiest
next week, right? So that we can do it the first week of May for those steps we talked
well,
about.
I was gonna say the first day of because I want to do technically all February, March, and April. So start the audits like May 1st, give a couple days for us to finish it, and then do the promotions. I was trying to think of the easiest way to do it.
I think what we should do is a real quick thing. I think we should get through so starting May 1st, I think we get command together to comb through audits. I'll have Luna do that, comb through audits, and then by the end of that week, let's give her some time to kind of go through. I want to look at everybody, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do we want to break down? I'm not going to say probies because we already do that constantly, and Juno's done that recently. But take our command, split them up, give them, 3 people each or something to go through, look at reports, look at activity, and kind of write up something small, and then have Luna comb through command.
Yeah, I like that thought.
Okay. So I'll get a list. I'll probably get the list the next couple days so they can start working on it. They'll just have to add the last couple days to it, but that way they have time and just say it needs to be done by May 2nd at the latest. That way they could technically get everything done, but like the last day until the last day. But I'll split it up equally amongst all command. I think that's fair. We'll just and if we have an odd number, we'll just give the higher ones a few of them, and I'll have Luna dig through command, and then this will be on top of their certs. They'll have to do certs as well.
Yeah, I really want Luna to. I'll have her focus on that. Maybe I'll have Ember focus on one thing. If I can have Ember at least stolen for in-house audits for MD certs, because I was getting to the point. That's about the announcement there, like I don't know, about a month back, I said, you're going to be under the radar during April because Ember and Juna were taking Daniel every single appointment. And I was like, no, it's a lot of us that have MD certs. So I put the preface out there saying, these are subject to, being removed if you don't utilize them because it's just not fair.
Okay.
I think Amber's taken like 30 appointments in the last month.
And then this is something I was chit-chatting with May about a little bit. I did mention that I do want to move Juno up to department lead, and I said that that we're most likely moving Ember up to supervisor. That does leave a hole in-house for no department leads because Clement's on an extended LOA. So the 3 people who are in department lead all have MD certs. So me and May were just kind of talking about maybe they just do double duty until we can fill that hole. Because they all do have MD certs. Because
What are we talking about, hon?
Because if we do that promotion, we promote Juno to department lead. And we take Ember and put her up to supervisor. That leaves Clement as in-house department lead who's on an extended LOA. So that leaves us 3 department leads that are all paramedic, but they're all paramedic that have MD certs. So I was just going to...
That's a Schwimmer... No,
Paul,
who is it?
Schwimmer, Paul, and then Juno.
And where are we putting them?
No, it was just saying that they're all department leads of paramedic. Well, Juno, once we promote her. But that leads us... So...
With no in-house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so... Yeah. Well, technically Clement, but he's on extended LOA. But those 3 we'll just have to ask them to do double duty, essentially, for the time being. Because I don't want to force... Like, Juno has said numerous times she does not want to go to in-house. Schwimmer has said it numerous times. And then that leaves Paul, and he's wanted to stay paramedic, too.
But does it? I mean, I have Anastasia as a lead, but can move into
She hasn't been around enough. She's been on, like, a really long LOA, hasn't she? I've barely seen her.
I thought she happened, but hold on, let me double check. Question, where's Benji been? Has Benji been clocking on?
Benji was on an extremely long LOA, and he said he was going to be back like yesterday or the day before, and I haven't seen him yet. But he has a little bit of time. He did just come off of it.
Anastasia started her LOA 10 days ago.
But I think she's I just feel like she's not had that many hours, but I could be wrong. I just did calculations from the storm till today. She's put in 34 hours in the last 3 months. So roughly 10 hours a month, which is not equaling up to 3 hours a week. So she's had several LOAs. Which is fine. LOAs are fine, but I haven't seen her step into a lead role, let alone anything else. I don't think she's ready. Because she's had so many LOAs, she hasn't really done anything lead-wise. At least that I can say.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I had underestimated how long she had been gone. Okay.
The only other person who has a lot of hours but has been slacking lately is BJ. But
I don't think I've seen him in a hot minute.
He was like hardcore, and now he's splitting his time up with D8, and it's very hard for him to keep up with both. which I warned him about, but, you know, each their own. Another thing, Tyler quit PD to focus on EMS, too. That is something else to note. I just felt like I'd throw that in there. But yeah, so nonetheless, that leaves us with 3 department leads of paramedic, a half of them Clement. So essentially just asking them to kind of do double duty for a little bit until we can fill the hole.
Okay. And Shimmer has his MD cert, right?
Yeah, all 3 of them do.
If I have a preference for when it comes to in-house of the ones that are remaining, could I just ask temporarily for Shimmer to slide over because he has
I will
more of a
tell you
desire
this.
for that.
He will tell you he will do it because he'll want to please you, but he has said numerous times he does not want to. He wants to stick in the paramedic. But if he has to, he would. But he's like, because I've asked him several times, and that has always been his stance. I really don't want to, but if you need me to, I will. That's why I'm just thinking, ask him to stay in paramedic, but kind of try to do double duty and try to help out with in-house while it has the hole. That way the 3 of them can stay in the paramedic role that they prefer, but they're still using their MD cert and helping out on that side. Because, like, Juno's already doing surgery classes. So that's stuff that I would expect from the in-house department lead.
What did I just witness?
Also, I don't know why I went southern there. That was weird. Anyway. How does that sound, though?
The last 15 seconds, I absolutely went deaf. Can you say that?
Oh,
one more
I said,
time?
I don't know why I went southern. And then I said, how do you think about that? Just asking the 3 of them to kind of do double duty until we can fill the hole. It's not really going to add much because they pretty much are interchangeable anyway with their responsibilities. It's just going to ask them to check over MD cert or MD things a little bit more.
So you're saying Juno,
Schwimmer and Paul.
Paul and Schwimmer. Okay.
And they would just kind of be doing double duty. It's just something we'd have to talk with them about until we can fill that hole or Clement comes back. But even then, I wouldn't want to throw all of that on Clement either. So I'd expect the help from them anyway.
I'm just looking at our list. 1 second here.
I guess we could look at this roster instead of the other one. Caspian.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm letting you know Caspian's thinking about dropping the trainer cert. He realizes he hates training. And he said if it's an issue, like he'll just drop down to senior paramedic if it's really an issue. And I was like, it shouldn't be. If you don't want it, you don't want it. He said, I'll teach people to fly all day long. He just does not like training probies.
That's fine.
Yeah, Anastasia, Juno move up. Hunter and Caspian are happy where they are. Move Ember up to supervisor. Is there anyone else we want to look at for promotion?
I have questions about removal. That might not land so hot with a lot of people.
Who?
So, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know that I've seen Lucy, aka Old Himiko, in a hot
She
minute.
just got a warning, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, she's only done.
I do want to follow up with Benji because that seems wild.
Lucy.
Amber Gamble.
Hold on.
I'm gonna bring it again. Yeah.
Lucy has only done 9 hours in the last 3 months. Amber is a approved LOA until April 31st. May she has to start. Remember, we did give her an extended LOA until the end of April?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
She has until the first week in May. After the first week in May, if she does not return, then we let her go.
I don't know if Stiora is still on an LOA or not, but she's not on the roster according to that. I know that she's worked some recently.
She's worked 11 hours in the last 3 months.
Oof. Okay. I'd want to see more movement on that.
Plus, I would want her to get more comfortable with surgeries. She has expressed numerous times she's not really necessarily comfortable with
and
them.
we have been putting them together, but it's a two-way street. I need
Yeah.
her to be around.
Yeah.
So, out of that, I'd like to see. I feel like I've been hearing really good things about Marty and Catherine.
Yes,
I'd
I've
like
heard.
to see them possibly move up to paramedic, somewhat soon. I know they moved to EMT end of last month, but
Yeah,
I feel like
so
they're doing really good.
they could do
Saya,
that
I
first
don't know
week
how
in
long
May.
her LOA is, and I feel like she's been gone forever.
Yeah, and Saya has worked 5 hours in the last 3 months. Bella's worked 4 hours in the last 4 months. That does not seem right. I know for a fact that sometimes clocking off does not register correctly still, even though it was supposed to be fixed.
Angelo, I don't know if I've seen that person ever recently.
He is a very much a first stormer. I seen him the first times a few times I've been around First Storm, but I'm not even seeing him on our list for the last. Oh no, he's definitely worked more than 3 hours because I worked a 3-hour shift with him at least twice. So this may not be picking up some hours.
And then I think that we look at. There was a thing with Lenore that she had.
She's on partial LOA right now, I believe, because I know Amy said she was trying to set up a time with her to get training.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I just want to make sure that she's actually locked in because she was already on subsequent warnings before all this. Otherwise, if I don't see movement right with her taking the initiative, she's already PD as well. Like, you guys kind of figure out if you want to get through the probie phase or not. You know what I mean?
Amy's still showing under probies. It just made me laugh. I was like, where's Amy? I want to see how many hours she did. She's still under probies.
That's messed up.
I think it just reads whatever the first thing you were registered as because it's still reading her old call sign.
Yeah. And then I want to look at people. I know we don't normally touch this area, but I'm going to touch it. I feel like PTs, again, have yet again fallen off. They've already had reach outs to a bunch of them, but I'm ready to just kind of clear house and start over again. I see Elijah, so I have seen him around. He does his, like, minimum. And then I haven't seen Ashlyn, Rowan, Hero maybe here and there. Like,
Hero I've seen.
Chris, I don't remember the last time I saw him. Again, we could be on opposite brain time.
Chris has done 10 hours in the last 3 months.
I've seen Mercedes, I've seen Elijah, I've seen Hero. I
think I've seen Giovanni, I think.
Really? Because he's been removed more than once from
I swore I've seen him recently. But I think he might have another job. Is there another does he work?
He's a cop.
That's probably where I see it then, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Monkey. Yo, Amethyst was here.
Which is fine and dandy, honestly. Like, I mean, it's cool. I do DOC, like we know this, so but you still gotta stretch out to I think the biggest thing is communication. A lot of people just don't freaking communicate and they just act like the hours don't apply to them. Which I'm like, you have to understand, like, yeah, you may not love the job, but you are holding a position that someone else who could possibly hold and make those hours, you know?
I mean, they're not really holding another position because we can technically hire as many people as they want, but I get the sentiment.
We also have to look at, like, equality amongst people, right? So if we're approving them to still be on the roster, you know what I mean, have their job, and others are like, well, I'm getting crap over taking a 10-day, you know what I mean, vacation that I choose, right? And for one, I have been choosing to take some more breaks this year after the totality of last year, and early part of this year. So I will have my, every other month or so back home hiking or whatever trips. Hopefully not as bad as it was last month because my feet still hurt. But I just want to people know that they can have a life, but you do have to communicate, you know, and understand our SOPs are there for a reason. Speaking of which, I got Ember her car. I haven't seen Luna yet to get her car. I don't.
She's
think.
on LOA technically.
And then I haven't gotten Juno her car yet, but I saw the other day. It missed my mind. So, but other than that, do you have any update on that? Oh no, really?
What?
Last update. The ticket guy still giving her crap.
Huh? Wait, what? Oh, let me see.
I don't really know where Colin has been. I know he was feeling a little.
He did take an LOA at some point.
Yeah, I talked to Zeke and I. Kind of feeling a little bleh about, I guess, his confidence. I don't know, with EMS, and I said, well, I know you're doing like both DOJ and EMS, so I mean, like, you don't have to be. I know your like wife's here, right? So that's a little added benefit, yeah. But I'm not sure if he's long term for us. I want to have another conversation with him because I feel like he may just need that bolster to build the confidence in his skills because he knows what he's doing, or just kind of have a real conversation with whether or not he wants to stay.
Give me 2 seconds to read something, and then I'll...
You're fine. I have to think about water, so perfect timing.
Did we? Did we? No, okay. Never mind. I'm just confused about something. I was looking at, we never removed applications, and I was like, wait.
Sorry, for which one?
Nothing. I forgot that. I was like, why isn't Sleepy Hills in our...
Oh, you mean after the interviews?
Yeah. Then I realized I forgot they just left the email. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and assign people things, so we can start and write up how this is gonna work. And if people have any questions that they can ask, but we need to get it done by May 2nd, and then we can start setting up meetings with said people. So I'm gonna try to make it so there are people that align time zone wise, and then we'll just have meetings with people when we can get them and stuff.
Which meetings stuff? Like interviews?
The audits.
Audits. Okay, sorry, I didn't hear you said applications, and then I
kind
of sort of low talked. I didn't quite hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, because I was thinking about asking. Sorry, I'm really distracted by this. completely off topic, but BJ's texting me right now, and he said, God, every time I see Blakely, it's so awkward. And, I ask why, and he goes, the way she spoke about Amy isn't kosher at all. I said, what do you mean? He said, I saw her this morning or yesterday. Either way, she's like, yeah, no one talks to me anymore since my daughter became super Miss Popular. And I was like, is that Ritter or Amy? And he says Amy, but that sounds like Ritter just got suddenly really popular and no one talks to her anymore. But I don't know.
We got
That's just
195 coming down the lower post.
that was just confusing me.
TSWs and multiple
But
injuries. You got some
neither
info
here nor
on
there.
Trino? Would you like him to see Nancy?
We'll have to have a small meeting after the audits are done because, to see if there's going to be any other promotions. But I would like to, like, a big morale boost of a good bit of promotions.
Yeah. I think also one of the things that we had kind of recent-ishly in the last year, right, was we were included in a lot of the SASP events. We haven't really had one of those since Tsunami. Perhaps look at like just the team building EMS.
We were supposed to have that last Saturday, but no one could fly in on Saturday, so we had to reschedule it. So we're rescheduling for like the first week in May.
Okay. Maybe we look at getting people a little something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I just hesitate about spending. I need to get an office. Like, that's gonna sound weird, but I think that will be a big morale booster.
Trust me, no, I had to write a whole state corporate request for funding for DOC, so I understand. Because I promise you, the bank account's here way better than the bank account there. Just reading over the notes real quick. I'm so sorry from the meeting with Amy.
I'm gonna reach out to D8 and see if there's something other than like, please work with Vivian or something, because we need a classroom. Like, this is like, it's near impossible to do any kind of training.
I mean, one of the things that we do have is good cooperation with PD, right? I know it's around the corner, but at least in the interim, we could use that meeting room, right, in MRPD.
Yeah, possibly. Also, I know you guys are in interview season. Well, you are, but interview season nonetheless. When you get the dates for the boot camps, let me know. I want to make sure I get signed up for them because I adore them.
Yeah. It's gonna be a week after. I don't know the date exactly, but a week after the closing of the interviews. So, like 2 weeks from now, I think, roughly. Because we should have a Saturday.
They close April
Sunday.
26th.
Okay, so a week from then.
So the 3rd?
It'll probably be that 2nd, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, yeah, it'll be Saturday. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I can get my butt there.
Sundays typically we use for DOC boot camps. We try to bring them in back to back. That's about how I've changed things with the way DOC recruits. They do the same thing with interview seasons aligned with PD interview seasons. And so that way they're all recruits together and all learn some of the basic stuff together. And then they, in turn, when they go to PD, will always say they've got someone in DOC that they know and have met. That kind of camaraderie, brotherhood. Sorry, I've read the same sentence 4 times.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Oh, no, you're good, you're good.
lower pillbox is code 4. Sierra 34 is going to be heading back to Maine.
Okay. I mean, so here's the two parts that I see from the Amy and Tyler thing, right? We understand what Tyler's doing, but
Okay.
Can someone deploy that Bravo, please? Thank you.
On it. 1247 is gonna 76 to Bravo.
Is that BJ? Ain't no freaking way.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were just talking about. So I think with while not technically wrong, Tyler is above her, and we told everybody 1,000 times to respect the chain of command. However, the chain of command should not be
I mean, Paul's
I don't
witnessed
wanna
it
say malicious,
firsthand.
It's
We
just
can.
it's not even malicious, just lazy. You know what I mean? Or confrontational, right? Like, it's something that if someone does outrank you, they can, under good circumstances, tell you to go 42. They can't make you. They can tell you, right? If someone is, obviously exerting signs of exhaustion, under the influence, whatever it might be, right? Like you're having a bad day or a bad attitude, they can suggest that they can't force you, right? I think that that's still fine. I think that maybe I just been in a hee ha ha that maybe got out of control. Because sometimes like even before he had this pattern where he would do things and she's like, well, I know them, they know that, and I'm like, well, you didn't see how that came across to me, right? Who doesn't know you like that? You know what I mean? And we had that whole conversation, like, well, you think certain things are funny, they may not be universally received that way. That's why we're having this conversation, right? So I think that maybe we have a conversation where we're just going, hey, what's going on here? And kind of outline what's happening, you know what I mean? And figure out what's going on, and if he needs help, if he needs a break. I didn't realize he had left PD. That's unfortunate. I hope he wasn't burned out or sad there.
No, he said, from what I know, he did it to focus on EMS because he realized this is where he wanted to be.
All right. I do want to see him eventually get into a lead position. Like, I don't have any qualms necessarily against Tyler, right? I had the whole, okay, you don't want to talk to me, I don't talk to you, I'm moving on. Like, you still have to listen to what I have to say, because I am your command, but I'm not going to sit here and fight you back and forth. Like, it's not worth my time. So, I think that, I don't know when the other person is supposed to get off their plane.
I mean, if
Go
you
ahead
want
and have that talk, because I don't want to be here all night.
Well, Tyler's talk's not meant to be until 8. So, I mean, we can have it now if you want, but it's not meant to be until 8. I don't even know what we're talking to Ember about. Did you see what she's asking? I don't even know what that means.
I have no idea. No context. A post? What post? I'm confused.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they're looking into that incident report that was brought up that was given to PD about a prescription we wrote being given to an animal because the animal had the bottle of the prescription with the CID on it, maybe. But she said it needs a director. I'm getting a phone call. I think this is D8. 1 second. Hello?
Hello, it's Lydia. What's up?
Hi. So I'm the director of the hospital, and I know you guys are just doing very little, like, rollout of houses and warehouses and things like that. But can you talk with Vivian? We need something like we had before. We're doing classrooms in the morgue. We need a classroom near Pillbox. We don't have space to work. We don't have kennels for our dogs. We just need something.
Yeah, I'll ask Vivian about it and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, it's just getting, like, we're bringing new people into the morgue just so we don't get disturbed by other people, because it's kind of hard to teach a day 1 class when people are coming in and, well, we see you in the office, answer us, we're training people, leave us alone.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right, I'll bring it up to her. I mean, we have been selling other offices and stuff, so it's
Offices are
fine.
too small for what we need. We had before,
Do we have a free
you
unit
know
that
the
come to my 20
big,
and make sure it's
not the
I've got
8-bedroom, but the 4-bedroom
EMS?
house? That's what we had before, and that worked out brilliantly because it has the 2 rooms
I got one
upstairs,
down at 95
or
and
3 rooms upstairs and the big one downstairs. The downstairs we used as kennels, and the 3 upstairs, one was a meeting room, the other 2 were a practical classroom with like a surgical table so we could do mock surgeries, and the other was like a day 1 classroom, like a traditional classroom setting.
Okay, yeah. No, I just more so meant like we are selling like offices and warehouse, like whatever the layout was. I'll just tell her what you want, what you had before.
Yeah, if it
I was
can't
just
be
wondering if
that,
there's ETA on it. Yeah.
yeah, there has to be something
Paul, are you
similar.
supposed to
We
get
need
that,
separate
100
rooms, so that we can actually set up things. I know some people suggested like a large warehouse, and I guess we could work with that, but we prefer it not to be a warehouse, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. I'll bring it up to her and I'll get back to you as soon as she gets back to me.
Yes, thank you so much. You have a great day.
Okay,
Bye.
You too.
Okay.
And then who went to go help BJ?
No one at the moment. Everyone's with like a patient or something. I think.
I can help BJ really quick. I just finished up.
Please, thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
That was Lydia. She's gonna talk directly to Vivian and get back to us. I said we need something like we had before. If it has to be like a large warehouse, we can make it work, but I would prefer to have what we had before.
What's the act groups going?
Oh.
Because if we had a large warehouse, we could put that
BJ
into
needs help
rooms,
looking
but
for someone, which I'm going to, and then Caspian is going to.
also May 1st, we need to have a Zoom call about puppies. If you want to join again.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, because the applications for
you under
those
the
are
highway,
May
BJ,
1st.
or over? Like,
We got like 7 or 8 right now.
It's either gonna be below me or somewhere up here, and I just can't see it.
Okay.
Nancy already got picked up. To be fair, it could have been the Bravo that was brought in, but I doubt it. Check underneath.
This is code 4. The patient was taken.
Wait, which one? Let's clarify. We're on 2 different situations here.
I apologize for the PD thrown one.
Someone snatched the 95, so now PD is now chasing them.
Thank you. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, the Bravo seems to have been picked up, BJ. Because I don't see him down here. Fell asleep, but I don't think so.
Hey, firm. I'm 76 pillbox.
2477 traffic.
Thank you for the assistance.
You are no problem.
Do you want to just do me a favor because the Bravo, I guess you couldn't find them. Can you just ping them on the MDT? Make sure, should they show active, and like they're on duty, but can you ping and let them know that you tried to find them, couldn't find them? Can you confirm if you got picked up?
Affirm.
It's for Riley Russo, call sign 717.
Something for like 2 like.
Yeah, I'm done with the medical part, probably, so anything I would start there.
I'd like to have a conversation with you in the back for a minute if you could come back here. I want to ask, he was a personal witness to the Amy Tyler stuff, so I just want to see his opinion on that.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Who said they were going?
Golf 47 dispatched that Bravo. Someone did end up scooping him up.
Was that Caspian that said that? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, Caspian was going for you too.
Does anybody need help anywhere? I just finished.
Okay,
triage.
you're the one who's personally witnessed the Tyler Amy thing. I just want to hear from your point of view, because obviously we have Amy's and we're about to meet with Tyler's, but I want to hear with your POV.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a bit of a awkward situation. It seems, in my opinion, it seems like Amy and Tyler struggled to get on. and it seems to be that Amy's taking a lot of what Tyler says to heart, but then on the flip side, Tyler is also deliberately saying the things that get under her skin to piss her off. When it comes to the whole sort of commanding her, like, yeah, he is above her in rank, but I was on duty with them for over an hour and a half, and he skipped every single call that came in. And every time was trying to get either me or Amy to go to the calls so that he could just stand still in the lobby. So I think it's just one of those. Those two at each other's throat. Honestly, they both need to cut it the fuck out. But
We're in a
the
meeting
main thing for
quickly.
me, the main thing
Give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right there. Okay.
that sort of got my back up a bit purely was just the whole Tyler skipping out on going to any calls that came in. Don't get me wrong, there wasn't many. There's only like 5 or 6, but every single one of them he either delegated to Amy or tried to get me to go.
So I think Paul should just be in this meeting. I'm gonna be real with you.
I think the plan was for him to be in there.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I think so.
If you could step out for a minute so we can talk to Ember, and then we'll probably pull him. Ember, you can come back.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna reshape that. He saw it. I'm just gonna have him there. Hey, love. Sorry, we're how it is.
No,
What's up, love?
all good. Okay, so that appointment you wanted Anastasia on and you two possibly. From what I understand from Gabriella, they want to be seen sooner than next week because this person's in the ICU and wants to be checked out to see if they can go back into the yard.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
So I just wanted to
I
make
don't
sure
I don't
that was
mind if
okay.
you go to see it without her, just as best you can to try to include me in her, at least detailed wise, because me being high command over there, right, and that's going to be a prisoner in my keep, as well as Anastasia being a CEO over there as well. Just like when we had Jax, that was back here, well, forever ago, almost at both. We kind of let him little things like, hey, keep a medical eye on this. Like Frank knows to keep a medical eye on certain things. Just people who are involved in a cross handling, right? Which should, and because there's MD stuff, which is not Frank. It's you, me, it's me and Anastasia when it comes to DOC. I just wanted to make sure that we both knew, and if we could attend, great. Yeah.
Okie dokie, I was just making sure.
But yeah, I think it happened last night. Was it last night?
Yeah.
What I was saying, I had a whole lot of.
Yeah,
trust. I woke up to have to deal with that this morning, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me."
Yeah, and it's she said it's pending a CID investigation.
I didn't get medically checked. But with anything with an investigation, I would like to make sure everything is very clean. Everything is very well documented. And nothing is obscured. I'd have to switch jobs, check the reports right now, but I don't. Give me one moment. They may, depending on how long you're around and they are awake, questionably, go out with you tonight to go do that appointment. If you're not absolutely like
She's
out.
both, Mr. Smooth. You can work more than one government job on this server if you want. She is the deputy warden and she is a director at the hospital. Well, she's interim deputy warden. She does not want to be deputy warden. But she had to step into the place till they can find one for her. And then she'll go back down to whatever ranks right below deputy warden. Sorry, you guys hear me typing a lot. I'm trying to type up this recent reports. possible. Yes, they are hiring. They're always hiring. Yeah. I think they're doing their next boot camp the 3rd of May, I think she said. So if you get your application in soon, you might be able to, join in for the boot camp for that. They always do boot camps. All departments are technically always hiring, but PD and DOC do waves where, like, once a month they do a hiring spree. I'm getting a DM. The person we're supposed to have a meeting with is having a very, very, very hard time waking up, so that's what taking so long. Okay. Otherwise, we would have had this meeting.
Anyone able to go to that
Huh?
one?
I'm just making sure they're okay.
I got it.
They just can't wake up, that's all. They're just having a slight issue waking
Thank
up.
you, Tyler.
Oh, okay. Trust, I understand that.
They're trying to, the person who takes your ticket, they're just really hard trying to handshake them, and they won't handshake them back.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
They're just being so rude. You're supposed to handshake someone back.
I have had TSA straight up tell me, you do not pass. You will not get on the plane today. More than once. And then while y'all were in here, there was like a mass, like, really bad abduction out there. Like 3 people.
Papa 2176 and the latest 311.
Did you get a chance to review the footage from the meeting earlier?
I haven't reviewed it. I read the notes of it, though. Yeah. I try not to get involved too much with Amy.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I'm still, like, on that, the rumors page that really pisses me off.
But they're so... They are making the drama 10 times worse than it already is, in Los Santos. Which is, yeah, because they just did a whole, like, slam piece on Astrid a few weeks ago.
Which is gone.
Yeah.
Can't find it anymore. I don't know. The rumors page is funny. I just don't think that's like that's not a funny rumor. That's just drama.
I don't think we need to involve government entities in the rumor mill, in my personal opinion. Because that just stirs things, that makes us look bad, that can lower, what's the word?
Morale.
Morale, yeah, employee morale. That can dissuade people from applying here when we need people. Lion Boss's BBL is fake. And then there's a half-naked Akira. Okay. I just don't know who would have...
Latest 311 is Cold Force, Papa 21 to 70, 16 back to the hospital. Patient was treated and released on scene.
10-4.
But there's also a real chance they've heard that rumor.
Yeah, from Jax. I'm gonna ping you in heads. What do you think of this for the audit format? Just so that they can stay consistent. Because I have a feeling some people like Ember will go all out and do this whole thing, but I have a feeling other people. Well, we're trying to get talking about the audit season.
Since I'm out.
Oh yeah. Say less.
What do you think of just that as the base, and then obviously write up anything
Papa
else?
21, 76, and latest 311.
Oh, I did have.
Yeah, I like that.
You think that
Sorry, go ahead.
has everything, and then how leads want it? I mean, if you're the lead of a cert, I'm not
in
stepping into
like
that.
an Excel sheet, so it's easier to like pull everybody up at once.
Okay, so you want me to do it as a Google Doc and then have it so that they can just submit it that way? I was gonna have them just submit it to their personnel files after they did it. That way, we always have the record of it.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That could work too. Maybe put in their personnel files.
Latest 311 is code 4. Patient treated and released on scene. Papa 21, 76 and back. Correction, 22, my last. I'm going to fill this ambo up with gasoline since it's under 70.
10-4. Wait, sorry, is that a correction to you coming back to the hospital, or a correction to you going to a call?
Yeah, he's diverted to get gas.
Okay. I was in a conversation, so I didn't hear the full thing.
Uber.
Audit season. If you're report in their personnel file.
I think one adjustment. Sorry, we read that over. You have a recent hours logged. If we're looking at our audits, right, that are covering February, March, and April, do we want to have like hours expanded a bit? Because recent hours
I can do
subjective.
recent hours and then total hours under it.
Yeah, I would do that. Yep.
I made a note since February 6th because that's when the first day after the storm we were able to come back.
Flag on the play there. I don't know that we can count it from that. I think we have to count it from March 1st because we gave people until the end of the month to come back.
We can
and we
notate
them to have like a driver's license and all that, and the train was horrific if you weren't hired back yet.
It's still something to note, but like we know who those people are, and that can be added. I can add any notes under it. I think the total hours should be included, even if they didn't come back.
Or do total hours per month. Maybe that's something
Okay.
that'll give us
Total
a better indication.
hours.
I hate to splice it down just because like February was probationary for everyone to kind of get their shit in a row.
Total hours.
And then March was, knocking on to the next.
Am I okay to be in here?
Yes, ma'am, of course you are.
Okay, just making sure.
You're going to be doing some of these. So, yeah. Yeah, of course you're going to be in here. Speaking of that patient, though, she, is really sleeping right now, and we're also trying to. I am putting out my resources right now because I have to get a hold of the local warden to connect with her about, when she's going to be awake, and then I have to coordinate with SAO and CID. So it's a little bit of a coordination, but I don't want to tamper with anything that could cause any problems. So as soon as I find out that and I get a few other balls rolling, I'll let you know about the medical stuff.
Well, y'all know me in paperwork, so whatever it needs, if I'm able to do it, I'll do it.
No, I appreciate that. I need you to understand, like, when we had a conversation, and I know it's not anything, grand, but the car and everything, like, you have been very seriously killing it. So please understand how much we appreciate you. But I don't want you to be the only one putting forth that effort. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to be the one that does this consistently while others aren't.
What
adding
command
at
are
least
on
some
LOA?
semblance of effort.
Clement and Anastasia, so I shouldn't assign them any. Because they're on LOA.
Yeah. But if we could, like, just for levity's sake, could we give Ember less, please? Because Ember's done.
I'm splitting them
95%
as
of things.
equal as I can. That's what I'm doing right now. It looks like people are going to have 2 or 3 each, depending. So I can...
Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing probies because... I'm not including probies because Juno already kind of does that herself. And I'm considering that a cert kind of like... or like... Because she takes care of the probies and trainers kind of thing. You know what I mean? We need to do...
Yeah.
Okay, with that, with those 2 on LOA, everyone's gonna have 3, and it looks like it works out perfectly if I mathed right.
Okay, 3 is fine. It was one of those things I didn't want someone to have 10 each. Kind
Oh,
of,
okay.
crazy.
So 1 person will have 2.
Let's have Ember have the 2.
Okay.
Give the other one 3.
I'm okay.
Oh wait, I can't have her have Colin. Let me swift that up.
Oh, let me have him. Let me grill him.
Find something else you can go about, like his lack of Crocs in sport mode.
I will. He's got
I was really kind of hoping when he got a job here, he would just rock the Crocs all the time. I haven't seen him in Crocs, I don't think, once since he's got a job here.
So question, so y'all know that I go a lot harder on reports. How hard should I be going with the audit?
What I want to see when it comes to reports is they are able to adequately articulate what happened. They are able to use their
There's the
best
template if you want to
medical
look at it.
judgment. I don't want them to be like ground to the pound, like for small things, right? If they're making a really good conscious effort, I'm not going to punish them, right? If they're really lackluster, I want you to mention, okay, hey, listen, there could be buildup here. If it's absolutely just dog water, just say it as it is,
Yeah.
Okay, so how does this for... I'll read the list, make sure there's no conflicts, okay? May does BJ, Natalie, and Benji. Ember does Tyler and Tommy. Paul does Jordan, Phoenix, and Amy. Schwimmer does Saya, Levi, and Frank. Hunter does Lucy, Nassar, and Star. Caspian does Amber, Marty, and Catherine. Juno does Jamie, Colin, and Bella. No conflicts there on any of them?
Juno does who?
Jamie, Colin, and Bella.
Okay. And then Ember's doing who?
Tommy and Tyler.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Like Tyler Helms, right?
Yes.
Is that another one? Okay, just making sure.
If you are in command, please read the command chat, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I don't think Tyler has any reports since the tsunami.
Then you can put that. If he hasn't written anything. I also wrote, we are beginning audit season. Each command member has been assigned specific staff to review. Please check the recent hours, report activity, availability, and overall working attitude within the department. If you are the lead of a certification area, please also review everyone holding that certification in addition to your assigned audits. This can be handled how your cert wants. Once your review is complete, fill out blah, blah, blah. After the audit is submitted, we will schedule a meeting with them.
Sounds beautiful. Apparently there is a trappy in our lobby.
Oh, let me go get him. I love Trappy. Trappy! I heard there's a Trappy.
There is indeed.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, it's good to see you too, sister-in-law.
I love you. Sorry, we're getting stuff together for audit season. We'll be calling you back for that meeting in a few, Tyler. We love you all, though! I do love you all. Bye. Trappy, do you want to come in? You probably don't want to sit in a meeting, do you?
It's up to you, Trappy. He's just been chilling out here with us.
Okay. I need to eat.
Oh, you got up. I think he's coming with.
Oh, okay, you coming with? Oh, careful, buddy. Oh, also, here, hold on. I'm going to give you my little GPS on your tracker. I'm going to link it, okay? Oh, you walked away as I tried to do it. I guess you don't want it. Never mind. Trappy hates me.
Oh, no.
Come on, Ember's in here. You know Ember. Look at the little medical bag.
Oh my god. Hi, Trappy. Hi. It was so funny. Amy was like, I think it was like a week ago. She was like, hey, so I got something. Where are you? And I'm like, ma'am, you having something is questionable. Where and what do you have? Well, I have capybaras. And I'm
There's
like,
two capybaras.
Again? Capybaras.
In fact,
what?
I play one of them.
I went to go meet her and I was like, there's no way. And there they are.
I'll be playing them after the meetings and stuff today.
What? Baby. Not the little medical bag. That's so freaking cute.
I want EMS capybaras.
Apparently they're BCSO capybaras. So, well, no, because then also LSPD sold for a bit, and like they had like some terms to set. It's become quite comical. I'll be honest with you. The little medical bag is so freaking cute.
they've denied foxes already. Foxicle, sadly. They denied someone who applied with a fox.
And then Ember, I do want to borrow you at some point for a metro project.
Capybaras do live in the
it's
U.S.,
gonna be an ongoing thing for some
but
months, so like here and there.
they were approved. Laws allowed them. But
I
there is a
wanna get some
population in
awareness in
Florida.
DOC too, so it's also
A wild population in Florida.
Learn, but two different areas of specialization, obviously. But so I want to look at getting little micro.
I think it's because foxes can't be domesticated, where capybaras can be domesticated.
Video series for how to do
I'm not
some
100%
basic
sure.
things to kind of
But
help with
Flaws
training.
came in and said
One
capybaras
of the
were
things I was
allowed.
looking at, 'cause the conversations come around about 8 different times with
They make sense
stars
in the
asked for,
swamp area.
like, surgeries and stuff. I'm thinking if we start with
When I just
things
googled it,
like,
it said only one strain of
kind of
fox can be
protocol procedures
domesticated.
as we can kind of go through some basic
For one breed of fox.
surgeries. It does some
I'm not 100% sure. I just know the person who applied with them before got denied.
Because obviously everything is different, and once you're in, this sounds so wrong, in someone, anything can go wrong, right? So you have to understand that there are things to pay attention to, like anesthesia. There's things to pay attention to, like blood loss, things that kind of generically should come together, and I believe in a good foundation. So stay tuned on that, but I'll probably borrow you like a couple hours every couple of weeks to kind of do that.
So just to confirm, when are we starting to count checking their hours?
March 1st.
Well, I put February as well. There's 3 different, it'll say total hours for February, March, and April. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep,
they were
she's right.
denied in the past,
But,
Fox, so
like,
that's all
when
I
it
can
comes
say.
to, well, all their hours there, and then we'll, as command, go through all that afterwards. But we know that February was kind of a rough month, so we're looking at things since X, Y, and Z.
What was he doing? I was looking for something.
Speaking of which, are we about ready to go into that meeting with
Yes.
Where do we want to do this at?
We'll just do it here. As long as we whisper, it should be fine.
Okay, I want to get Paul in here.
We did it in the morgue earlier.
I mean, we could go down to the morgue.
That's fine by me.
Okay. I think
look at the little medical bike.
I think because he's hired by PD, the elevator, we shouldn't have to carry him.
Meeting is up.
You dragged me over to that, hon. Thank you.
Let me grab. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Chappy.
I'll grab him. Tyler, you're not Tyler. Paul, we need you. We're going down to the morgue.
Okay, I'll be there in a sec.
Tyler. I'm gonna hit the button for the first floor, okay? Lower, I guess, technically. Yeah, I could see it. I just know it was denied in the past. It's been denied like 4 times. People have asked. A lot of people want to play a fox.
If I, get real narcoleptic here in a minute, I apologize because my links just they need some Visine. Love your cute little freaking medical bag. That's so adorable. is like a little tater tot or a chicken nugget.
We may need to add a small section to the vet thing, Ember, about capybaras.
Yeah, yeah.
Because while they don't need traditional vaccines, there is 2 vaccines that is recommended. Rabies, and I can't remember the other one.
Well, so let me ask a question. I know that's not my thing, but I don't remember what you have on that form right now, but do you guys have things that cover both a wilder spectrum of veterinary health? Like, because we have goats, we had raccoons for a while, we have capybaras now, outside of dogs and cats, right?
Yeah.
And to kind of cover that scope. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to jump in anything.
Yeah, so on one of our pages, we keep adding, capybara's not on there yet, but we most recently added pigs and I think goats. I'll have to double check. May's the one who's good with sheets, because I suck at it. But we haven't added capybara yet, and then there's all kinds of stuff on our treatment guide, but we haven't split it like per animal. Now, if you look at like the medications and the toxins, et cetera, you can see who it affects and why, or at least who it affects.
Yeah, because some of them have like
there's a
natural
lot.
resistance to certain things and just
Yeah.
species specific. So I'm like, ooh.
Did you know that capybaras are essentially litter trained? Because, well, not litter, but they're like potty trained because they only use the restroom in the water to mask their scent from predators. So they don't use the restroom on land at all. You gotta get them in the water to use the restroom or a poop bucket. I've done a lot of research about these guys. They're also classified as a fish. The people in South America will eat them during Lent because they're classified as a fish, not meat. And they're not endangered like almost the entire city seems to think. Are you gonna give them a spot to use the restroom? Also, the females are bigger than males, and they can get up to 150 pounds, but the biggest known capybara has been over 200 pounds.
No, I'm just making sure he has some water, because capybaras like water.
Yep, they're semi-aquatic.
Right?
They can breathe underwater for up to 5 minutes.
There you go. Hydrate yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
And they have partially webbed toes. Is Tyler coming? I told him to come.
Let me yank him into it. Hey, Tyler, we're in the morgue.
Oh, I didn't know y'all called for me.
He didn't realize we called for him.
It's okay. There was a lot of traffic on the rail at that moment in time. Yes, you haven't found the water? Yeah. I would die laughing to see, like, it'd be so freaking cute. Like, little pool noodle.
I think Trappy should lead it.
For a capybara. It'd be so cute.
Hello.
Bye.
Okay, well, Ember, you want to start and we'll be here for it?
Okie dokie.
They make a lot of noise. Hold on, let me get my soundboard so I won't. They make this noise. They honk. They also squeak.
Alrighty.
And they do sound like birds. They chip, they chirp, they honk, they purr like cats. Similar to cats.
Yesterday, it appears that you did speak to someone in command about it. So before we get into what we really want to talk about, I just want to hear in your own words what happened.
Honestly, I think it was a misunderstanding. Because it was the day that I think it was either Friday or Saturday. And Amy was the only one on duty. And so she said that she had been going to all the calls and stuff like that. But by the time I came on duty, there wasn't really any calls happening at that time, and then someone came into the pharmacy, and I wanted to kind of like give her a break of going out where she can handle everything inside, and I could have went to the calls that were happening outside. And when someone came for the pharmacy, I asked or said she can help you and all that, and I guess she didn't take it that way and was kind of had like a poor attitude about it.
They would just think it's trappy. Although I have separate noises than trappy.
That was
We have
really
some
it,
similar,
and
but
the only reason why I brought it up was because I was like,
to make them
it was
sound different,
genuinely like,
if
hey,
we
like,
had a
you
20-second
did
clip,
all this,
we would
you
I take
can
the first
relax,
10 seconds,
sit
you
in the
take the second
hospital, I
10
got
seconds.
this type deal.
So that we could, you know,
And I
try to
don't think
sound
she kinda
different.
didn't take it that way.
But we have some sounds that just were like 3 seconds you can't split.
At any point, did you say anything like go into timeout or say that you're telling her to code? Sorry, not code 4. 1042. Did anything like that happen?
No, not at all.
All right, and I'm taking a look too here. Just want to make sure. So I did also see that you stated that she was taking some jabs at you. Can you give me a little bit more of an idea on that?
I don't remember the exact day that happened, but I was on a call or coming back from a call in Angel with Marty that was out in out by Polito. And on the way back, I was just joking with her, and you could tell I was joking with her and stuff like that. And the jabs were that she's like, you don't tell me what to do. You're not command, which I know that through and through. But she kept saying, like, she would said that. She's like, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me to go 42. You can't do this. You can't do that. You're not Piper, and you're not Auntie Tegan. And like the whole "you're not command" thing, I kind of like was like, all right, I know that, like, I get that. But when she mentioned brought Piper and Tegan into it, I was like, all right, just because you're family to your family, I was like, that doesn't mean you're invincible because I'm not them.
I do actually have to ask something, Tyler. Do you remember on the 14th when me, you, and Amy were on duty? There is a couple of things that concerned me a little bit where we were in the lobby and there was a few times that calls came in.
You're my mod. It's only a week. Damn.
Every time you went to Amy and said, "Amy, go," instead of trying to take the calls yourself. Do you remember that at all? It was late. It was like, according to our time clock, it was like 9 p.m. Eastern on the 14th.
No, I can't remember anything from that day. It's been a whole week since then.
No,
yeah, I've been having health issues, which is why I haven't streamed much lately.
It was only like an hour or two shift. It wasn't a very long shift, but there was I was there. I observed quite a few times where we all stood in the lobby and calls would come in and you'd dispatch Amy every single time.
It should get better soon.
Like, yes, you are above her in rank, absolutely.
Hopefully.
So to some extent, I can somewhat understand it, but I mean, even us all the way up here still have to go on calls.
I go on calls a bunch. I like going on calls.
But I do appreciate possibly not having the memory of it, because it was over a week ago, so I do sympathize there.
I'm eating Swedish fish. Probably should, but they're good.
Now, with that being said, as you don't remember any kind of reason why you would do that, like on a just in general?
Like of what's just sending her or anything like that?
Yeah, like maybe it was a bad day, maybe there was something else going on.
No, there was nothing going on.
Well, as Paul had stated, yes, you are above her in rank, but as you also stated earlier to me, well, to us, that you understand you're not command. So that's the biggest thing we really wanted to talk about. We're not sure what's going on with this tension between you two, which is why we want to get your side in addition.
I don't have any problems with Amy whatsoever. Like, that's, in all honesty, I have no problems with her. She's amazing. She's awesome. Like, I honestly, like I said, I have no problems with her, like, at all.
So sorry, I've been quiet here, but that being said, I will talk to Amy as well, or probably have somebody else adjacent from me talk to Amy. Um, well, this is what I was talking to Piper about before. While you are above her, right, and we have expressed like consistently follow the chain of command. We just want to make sure you guys are good, right? Like at the end of the day, it's. I don't think this is a world-ending situation, right? I think it's just probably two different times of the night, situations involved, whatever else. But everyone we know since the tsunami, the calls have been priority. So if once someone's available, go. If you need help with something, ask. If you need a break or hey, I need 10-7 for a few, can you grab that? Great. We just don't want to see like a pattern of it, right? Like where it's like one person's doing everything and the other person's kind of doing somewhat. But that said, I great like anyone above her in command can give her directives and she does need to follow them. It doesn't have to be only me or Piper. That's crazy. And I think that it probably just, sometimes tones can come off different ways, and we've had conversations like that before. But it's something that I think is probably smaller than what it may look like right now. It could just be again like tones and times, but just make sure that you guys, if you're hee hee ha haing, like make sure you're both the same like hee hee ha ha level, right? Because sometimes people are just stressed out and tired, and her brain time is way later than our brain times. Well, I think Paul's probably in that group of later brain time. So sometimes change something like for us, maybe like around like this time, for a good chunk of us, I'm making a broad assumption here in this room, is a normal time, right? Where other things might be late. The other thing too, whether or not you did send her 42, you can't really send her 42, but you can request that she
I've
goes
never
42.
sent her 42 at all.
No. Okay, I promise you, I'm not coming at you. I'm just telling you. Like, if in the future, right, you see someone who's just like absolutely drenched, exhausted, they don't feel good, they're slowing their words, or they're, falling asleep, or they might seem, somewhere unable to perform duties of their job, I'm telling you that you can request that they go 42, like out of their own benefit and, safety. You just can't like put someone 42. Does that make sense? I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying you did or didn't. I'm just letting you know, like in a level setting conversation. But I think that if we all just, work together, pick up the pieces, I think realistically we'll have a conversation with her about, just utilizing the tops, because that's not. She does have to listen to our chain of command. But I think that it may have just been a wrong meeting of minds there, and I think that if potentially, is she still on duty?
No, she was 42.
Okay. I would love for you guys to just have like a conversation. You can do it either with us or absent of us. Just like
Yeah,
chat,
true.
like, hey, listen, I think we got our wires crossed. We're here to work together. I don't want drama. You don't want drama. And I think trying to going from there, we just wanted to hear both sides and have a conversation with both of you, and then kind of get some feedback as to what was going on because I've been gone for a few days, so I'm getting caught up on this today. Was what happened, but in the grand scheme of things, I think most of us here can kind of take a zoom out, right? I think it was just probably some abrasion that was perceived on one end and perhaps ported forward on the other end. So I think right now, just so that you know, you're able to suggest that, you're able to do whatever else, like work together, which I don't think you have a problem with. Go to calls, respond to them. If you need help or you need a moment and you need someone else to cover you for a second, just communicate that. I don't think anything's that deep. I'm going to be real, but that's just my outside take. I don't know if Piper has anything else to add to that.
I don't really have anything. We have it just sounds there's two people who, while you guys may not have issues with one another, it does feel like your personalities don't match perfectly, which is fine. You're not going to be best friends with everyone, and I think it just pushes buttons, which escalates things in ways that it doesn't necessarily need to be, if that makes sense. Hi, Northern. It's really not that deep. I just think it's personalities clashing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, this is not a disciplinary meeting. It was more so just to get your side.
Okay, what are you making for dinner?
What was going on? Because as Tegan said, yep, there's two people. Personalities don't appear to clash well all of the time, and that's okay. But now, with that being said, while we are here, is there anything you need to ask us or tell us or anything? Anything you got for us?
No.
Yeah, just to reiterate and echo Ember, it's not like a gotcha moment. It's one of those like we're just having a chat, and like I think from what I'm hearing so far, I think it's probably just a conversation you two can have, and we don't gotta do nothing.
No, like I said, like the other day, like
I'm jealous.
The
Share.
other day, like I said, I think that was a whole just a misunderstanding. As for the other stuff that happened with her taking the jabs, like I kind of just was like brushed it off and didn't really care for it. And I was like, all right, I was like, she's probably in, having a bad day and stuff like that. And that's what I took it as. But other than that, like telling her to go to calls, like there are times where it's just me and her on duty and we're both swapping the calls or we're going together and stuff like that. And as for like the other, like what Paul said that day, like, yeah, I don't remember everything because that was basically a week ago. But no, sending people off 42, I've never done that. With Amy, I've only joked with it, and that was it. And as for doing anything else, if it comes down to having to send
that's
anybody
awesome.
42, it would be for those reasons that you listed, Tegan. That's it. Other than that, that's how I've always operated as before coming here and stuff like that as EMS.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I think this might have been a night of like, I'm not hearing all of this, like getting caught up on both sides and everything else. I think it's just it was a momentary thing. So I'm not seeing this as anything that you have to like intervene with, but I would ask that you can just have a conversation with Amy. Again, if you want us around for that, cool. If not, just a social conversation, be like, hey, maybe we got on the wrong step the other day, maybe on the wrong path. Let's try to like sit down, work this out,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm free. I'm free to release Tyler from the morgue if everyone's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bet. Appreciate you, Tyler. Thank you.
Forever paramedic out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you did good, buddy. Yeah.
Okay, so the person that we have to have the meeting with, Ember, she's gonna try one more thing to wake up, and if she can, we'll just reschedule.
Okay.
She's trying one more thing, she said.
Okie dokie. I'll be honest, I have a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. Paul, you are good, love. You're welcome to back.
I will hold down the fort.
Yes, thank you.
Cool.
We're still waiting for that. BJ said he has something he wants to pick any other command. Do you want to have him just come down? He wants to talk to us about something. Just have him come down now while we're waiting.
Give him like just a minute here. Ember, do you have any idea what this is about or no?
We don't even know.
Ember knows. This meeting.
Hold on.
Wait, the BJ?
No. SAO reached out and this is what they said. I am needing to schedule a meeting with Ember Burge regarding an EMS posting. We would like to have a director present as well. Can you assist in scheduling this? This is all we know. This is what we've been trying to have a meeting about. We have no idea what it's about.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I can think of is the situation that was brought up to me about maybe the pills of someone's prescription. Maybe they're looking into that. That's the only thing I could think of. Thank you for the raid. Welcome.
I guess. I mean, May, and Paul spoke to Ashley, and yeah, she said there hadn't been an investigation or anything. Like there was like 2 sentences in the report from PD side.
Okay. Maybe it's not them. It's something else. I don't know. She's trying one other thing, and then we might have to reschedule. That's what we were trying to figure out. Like,
oh, okay.
What if you knew what it was about? Because she hasn't told us. She just said she wants a director present.
No. I mean, could it be like the Tommy Frazier stuff? Because he kept trying to
pain-seek
his way around things.
Or drug seek that guy? Is that the drug seeker?
Yeah.
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 Because those are the only 2 like.
Thank you for giving the shout out. How was your stream?
Big, quote unquote, big situations that have happened
just says
in my vicinity.
EMS posting. Oh, thank you! 8 months. We're 1 month away from a sub baby.
Posting.
Yeah, so it says EMS posting.
Posting what?
Okay, no idea. I'm gonna ask BJ to come down. Hopefully we'll find out today. If not, we'll just have to reschedule it. Okay, you have a great night. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. I said, come to morgue. He goes, that's terrifying.
Look, we can ask him why we don't have our apartments yet, and then he wouldn't have to come to the morgue. That's right. First, he has to convince Trappy.
Piper, the one you did for the time bot for the hours from February to April makes no sense.
Yeah, I think it
because it says I have 16.9, and then if you calculate each month, I have 36 plus.
Yeah, I think it just tried to read too much at once and it didn't read them all.
Get in here, Banana Jones. That's what I'm gonna nickname you. Get in here.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, BJ used to stand for Barnabas Jimothy.
Banana Jones. What about that? Anyway.
Barnabas Jimothy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's better than being called blowjob, so I was like, you know what? Barnabas it is. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too.
What did you want to talk about, love? You want to talk about something?
Yeah, it's the fucking reason why I just haven't been around. I've been dealing with the worst case of imposter syndrome I think I've dealt with in a very long time. It feels like no matter what I'm doing, no matter whatever goals I set or try to achieve, I just feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again. I just lose all fucking motivation.
I remember having a
Okay, hold on.
conversation with
Can
Ember,
you
and that's why I am poking her.
Yeah. Hi, what?
So I remember having a very similar conversation with you about this. Like,
Can you repeat yourself? I like.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to you guys about like the major reason why I haven't been fucking around as much I've been dealing with like probably the worst case of imposter syndrome in a very long time. It doesn't matter what goals I set to try and achieve, what plans I try and make, or anything. I just feel like no matter what, I'm repeating myself, and I've had zero fucking motivation.
I don't know if it helps, but we think you're doing great. Literally, we were just talking about you into the only thing. We just haven't seen you around much. They've denied that one, Shaggy.
Doing great, Piper. I love
Because
you. I
Jasmine
haven't
tried
done
to get
shit.
it.
I've been like so fucking zero motivated to do anything just because like I feel like I'm just repeating myself.
What do you mean?
Can I
I've tried to.
ask, probably the elephant in the room. I'm so sorry. Does this have anything to do with Ruby?
No.
I can understand if that was something where you just kind of felt it was a different place, right? If you know, because that can be hard. That can be hard. And so I just didn't know if that was something that was affecting how you're feeling, you know?
No, I have had instances like this in the past. Usually, what has happened was as I would achieve some bigger goal that I didn't think was on my horizon, and that would solve it, and I would be good. But here recently, the past month, I just feel like no matter what, even if I'm doing something different, I feel like I'm just reliving things that I've already done.
Can you blow that wide open for me? So tell me what you've done and what you feel like you're groundhogging, essentially.
Let's see. When I first started in a big hospital, I knew fuck all. I'd only ever done previous EMS work. Didn't really hold any kind of command position, or at least high command position. Moved to a much bigger hospital, and I started from being a literal peon of a doctor to a surgeon to I was an operations manager for the hospital, and then I just climbed the ranks where I was eventually a director, and did that for a bit. I got so burnt out that my staff held the coup against me and got rid of me and Ruby.
Thank you for the follow, new friend.
Aside from that, God, what else have I done? I've been extremely blessed. I've been a manager of a car dealer. I've held a government position. Fucking sell real estate now. I've done a lot. I've even done Department of Corrections. I've started a prison system as warden. I don't know what the fuck to do. I really don't.
Can I suggest something?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe don't focus on more or different. Maybe focus on less and meaningful. So you've done a lot of things, right? You've done a lot of high-powered things, which comes with a lot of high-power responsibility, as I'm aware twice. Piper's very acutely aware. Amber has her own business besides this too. Like we're all very acutely aware of those like high-pressure situations. I kind of like it though. I like waking up and being able to do this. I'm sure at some point I'll be like, guys, I think I'm gonna retire. You know what I mean? Like, but it's look at things that are meaningful to you, right? So obviously I don't know if you've done real estate before in a different, town, but that's something new for you. If this is something that it feels like the monotony, just that alarm clock going off every single day, like Groundhog Day. And you just don't have the passion behind it, I don't know that we would want you to be here suffering. I'm not saying leave. I'm saying kind of take a moment to analyze where your thoughts are and if you regret or have disdain for getting up and repeating the process, then you got to find something that's going to make that process worth waking up for. You know what I'm saying? And we love you here. Obviously, if you did end up leaving like that, you could have months to come back and figure it out. But I think by chance, this issue is much more attuned to protecting your peace and finding out where you're happy, right? Because if you are like, it's so cyclical, my brain wants to explode and I don't have the confidence and because of past things and traumas, because I'm sure that was incredibly painful to have this, coup and everything else and going through all these different lifetimes, right? Maybe figure out what's, and that takes a bit, what is meaningful for you and what makes you wake up. And if it's something completely different than what you're doing right now, that's okay. Give yourself that peace to find that. Because we don't want you to just wake up and be here because you've got to get your hours, or you've got to do this, you got to do that. You know, like that just makes people grumbly. You know, they don't want to be here. I want you to want to be somewhere, even if that's with yourself in a fishing pole and you spend your days catching all the mythical fish. At the bottom of the line, right, we have a business to run, right? But the other part of it is we're human. And I wouldn't want you to feel like you're trapped in something that you're not happy with.
Yeah, it's just I've never been in a position where it has been this bad. Usually, like a week to myself, something happens, I achieve something. Hey, I'm good. And I fucking keep rolling. Like, and you would think, even being direct to the hospital and like even the positions I held before that, I'd want to just like slow fucking down. But like, no, I kept going. I started the toxicology department because I was dealing with poisons and like things like that. It's just like, I don't know.
That's
I don't
okay.
know
I mean,
I don't know if it's a creative block or if it's just like, I've done it all. Maybe it's just fucking time to retire, go buy a fucking timeshare, book a cabana or whatever, and just drink beer until I've got a beer belly and fish all day. I don't fucking know.
So
and I don't like it because I'd like to think I'm highly fucking driven, but I've just not been that in a month.
Okay. But are you highly driven on taking care of yourself? You can be driven in professional accolades, but are you driven to take care of you and what you need?
I've never been the person to take care of myself. Everybody else.
Don't worry about yourself. That might help.
Trust that you are, as much as we have, like I said, as much as we have things here, life and any, it could be literally, I'm sorry, I'm using your shop for a minute here. It could be Blackwoods, it could be
Let me
PE.
check.
Everything is cyclical. They go through hiring and firing, they go through promotions, demotions.
Oh,
but
that looks so
it is
good.
a cyclical life. And if that bicycle that you're riding in life just ain't cutting it.
Although, is that sour cream?
Get a
I don't like
scooter.
sour cream.
Fuck it, get a Harley.
That was cheese.
Have
Oh.
fun. You know, you've got to prioritize you. And I think until you figure out what that is, make you the most important thing. Like I said, you don't leave any bad blood here. If you wanted to, you know, step away for a while or permanently, or if you wanted to try to find something else, and maybe even real estate's not doing it for you anymore, it doesn't really matter what it is, right? But the end of the day, what's inside you matters most. So I want you to prioritize that and take time to figure that out. You know, you don't have to rush yourself. That would be cruel. You don't want to settle for something that is going to, you know, some may do it, right? Be happy with your days when you wake up and you do things, whatever those may be.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's like, well, when someone has done everything, well, what do you do then? You know?
Well, everything is a personal opinion, right? Because truly,
I don't like
there's
sour
always
cream. Never
other
have.
things, right, that maybe aren't touched or aren't in favor, right? And there are things we haven't even discovered yet, right? We haven't figured out. I'm sure there'll be some new, for example, toxin or some new rare gem that's discovered, or maybe a new species of dinosaur bones that we have yet to find. There's so many things that are
No,
out
don't
there.
start playing. I accidentally
And
opened
I
up a
think
tab,
getting lost
and a
in the
video is like,
minutia of
play.
finding yourself might be the healthiest. I'm a yapper, so I apologize if I have gone off on a 30-hour essay.
No, it's much appreciated because, you know, when you're top of the food chain and you have problems, who do you go to? Like, the staff when I held it was like so fractured between two different groups, and it's just like it's always like constantly a war.
I hope you don't feel about that here.
No, I am extremely grateful. I don't feel like there's two different parties all trying to do the same thing, completely different ways, and all trying to sabotage each other. Yeah, it's like one of those. It's why I got fucking hooked to even like say, "Oh well, I'm not happy anymore just being a doctor." Like I said, it would let me do more. Oh hey, I'm not fine being a senior resident anymore. Let me do more.
I mean,
my drive is there to want to do more, but I'm just dealing with this now, and it's just like, fuck, man.
Hey, well, give yourself a moment to give yourself credit, right? That's a lot to come to terms with how you're feeling, number one, let alone express it. So don't diminish that. You're in a situation, you're being honest, and you're talking to people about it. I'm sorry, Paper, go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say. It's fine. Oh, is there something we can do to help support you? Whether it's, and I'm asking as your sister and as, your director as well. Like I'm asking us both because all of us genuinely care about you. You know, I'm sure Trappy cares about you too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this is the worst I've had. And like, it's not that I don't love this place, because I do. Like, I've fallen in love with doing medical again after I said I'm never fucking going back.
That is true. You did say that.
Like, it's because of the environment that I came to. It's like, okay, well, this is what it should be. Settle fucking in, and let's be a part of the greater picture. Like, I don't know if maybe I just push too fast to be more, or if just like, I don't know.
Take this
really
as a grain of salt here, because the phrasing is the one that I love. Sometimes we can girl boss too close to the sun, and then players hurt a little bit when we're at the top. You know what I mean? So we're trying to drive more, trying to get more, trying to do this, trying to do that. So don't feel too bad, because your instinctive drive, right, because of your past, was to climb, excel, do more, do better, climb, excel, do more, do better. You know, wash, rinse, repeat, right? So it's kind of a natural byproduct of your past as to try to achieve that again. But at a certain point, you know, with the amount of self neglect, you kind of lose yourself in it, and so you kind of end up in the situation where you're at right now, where you're like, well, I love medical and I like this, and I keep going and I kept trying to do more, and then you're just like, well, now I'm kind of burnt. Balance is important, but a key part of that is, you know, making sure that you're able to find ways to make yourself happy truly, you know?
Yeah. I don't think it's some form of burnout. I really don't, because I don't have extreme fucking regret standing here right now. So I don't think it's burnout. It's just,
why is my headset clicking?
To fucking figure out what I'm doing. Like, I used to, and this is not here because I've been slacking. Like, I used to be all over top doctor's appointments. Frankly, I used to get a fucking ton of them. Whether it was for orthopedics or neurology, fuck neurology. And it's just, I don't know.
Well, if there's something you wanted to do, like they were saying about how we can support you, if there's something you wanted to do, Ember and Piper and you all heard it 500,000 times in my in-house or MD cert meetings. I don't gaslight. I'm not gatekeeping. You got an idea? Let's word it up and see what we can do. And if we can't, you know, let's look on pivoting it so we can at least get, you know, 2/3 of it possibly somewhere. Yeah. I don't like to tell people flat out no if there's a possibility that, you know, at least a piece of it can be implemented. But that's if you want that drive, right? Again, we kind of get you back into the cog of the machine at that point, but you have to figure out whether or not it's something you want to do at this point, or you want to focus solely on running, some documentation for how to best handle certain things. Maybe you want to really be that one-on-one buddy with a probie and get them trained up, or maybe you want to, so on and so forth, right? Or maybe you just need an absence from everything here to recollect and figure out, you have to talk to high command, which is 2 out of 3 here. Well, 4, I guess. And there's, for extended LOA situation. So I guess kind of want to see where your ball is and what you feel like today, right? Tomorrow could be a whole different day, but today, right now, how do you feel about currently being with, SAM or SAM? Well, SAMs. I'm just gonna call it SAM one more time. And I guess twofold, which it really isn't any of our business, but like, how do you feel about being employed at all right now? Do you want to just take that, as I would say lovingly, what's the famous line? Have faith, Arthur. We're gonna get to Tahiti and get out of here, kind of thing. You could just take off
that sounds
Tahiti for a
good.
little bit and relax, But what do you feel like today? What is BJ thinking today?
I think for now, I give up my instructor cert because it's not fair to hold that when we're constantly bringing in probies to ease one problem and I'm not doing jack shit. It's not fair to any other instructor. It's not fair to any of you guys. So I'm going to give that up for now.
You can.
I also think.
Well, I was gonna say you can ask for an extended leave from training and not necessarily give it up completely if that's what you would like, so you can easily get it back next time around when you're ready for it. That is an option. We've always said if you need longer than that, you can talk with us.
Well, I mean, oh God.
Sorry, I'm making decisions harder. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make it easier for you in the long run.
Either way, though,
yeah,
you have multiple avenues. But continue. Tell us what you're thinking.
Piper, I love you. You're my sister. I've always said we're not in laws because that doesn't fucking work.
I mean, we are in laws, but I consider my brother. Yes.
Followed protocol of how things should be. I didn't tell you guys before that I just need to take a break from fucking training. It's been well over 3 days. I don't deserve instructor cert right now.
Okay. Ember, can you go get that taken off of him for now?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. What
I'm
else?
fine with that.
Okay.
I love you and appreciate you for saying no, but you have this option. But it wouldn't be fair. It's not fair. It's not fair that me, BJ, this brother of Piper, is getting this other thing when everybody else.
To be fair, we're doing audits next week, and there's probably going to be people removed anyway because there are others not using their certs. We just haven't really said anything because we're doing an audit at the end of April. The first week of May, we're doing it all February, March, and April. So it was probably going to be brought up then anyway. But continue.
But that takes big. Again, I want you to internally applaud yourself for being honest about that. But one word you said was deserved, and you have deserved your trainer role for what you've done and what you've handled. You're voluntarily turning it over. I just want you to not put yourself down in that statement. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, Tegan. That's really fucking hard because I don't think voluntarily giving something up I did earn at one point is anything. It's just being the bigger person, realizing you're not holding yourself accountable to the things you signed up for, and you shouldn't be the one to wait till it's removed from you. You need to do it yourself.
Yeah. No, and I applaud you for that. I do. Just the deserved piece. I just feel like I was like, no, you don't have to, take yourself down like that. Maybe me being extra, but yeah.
think the other thing that I need to do is actually take an LOA for a week. Like, not acknowledge any of my emails. Turn off my fucking pager. Put it in the freezer so I don't hear it. Yes, I still carry a pager.
Old man.
And just like think, don't touch, nothing.
So something I had thought about with that for people who actually need to fully detach Piper, just a thought process, because I'm pausing time here at the moment. Can we make a role that is literally just like full LOA? You can like see maybe potentially social stuff, but like you're not going to see anything in the emails.
I mean, I'm not against it. Do you know how to set all that up? Because you're gonna have to go through. It's gonna have to be a very high roll, and you're gonna have to make it so they can't see channels. Or we just remove emergency services. Emergency services will make it. Hold on, let me see what they'll say. I can tell you exactly what they'll say. I'll email you what they can see though, because that would be a little weird.
Yeah. And then I think maybe when we put that LOA in, right, we'll just change you temporarily, right, to like clock out C management so that it discourages you from, I can get paid if you clock on, right? But it discourages you from breaking your time until you're ready to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't remove your status or the role you've reached or anything like that. It gives you that, because I've had it before. A while back, where I'm like, I just need to not see anything. I need to just, because I will roll over in the middle of the night. Piper does it too. I love it when she's middle of the night typing Piper, because I have to like hieroglyph figure out what she's trying to say. But it's hard to not stay glued to something. So being able to have that, like, I know I have my family and my friends, but I don't need to worry about seeing a ping for this or a ping for or whatever else. Because I'll be honest with you, if I don't get pinged in things, I don't usually see them because I'm in a lot of emails, which is a guffaw at this point because Piper's in 40,000 emails. But if I'm not pinged, I don't see it.
I'm in
But sometimes you
200.
have the never mind.
I have to leave. I have to
oh my
leave
God.
some to join more.
That's wild. Yeah. So but pain felt and shared. But it might be easier to have this disconnect, right? Where I'll go ahead and put it in your file. You said 1 week. Can we agree for 2? I'm asking that because 7 days is a lot to get accomplished. I think personally, take 2 weeks. Take an actual full disconnect because the first couple of days, I don't know about you, but I love my pillow and blanket. Delicious. She will always be my number one lover. And take that time to kind of have that reset, right? And then
if we take
that you like,
if we take all the roles, that's all he'll see. But he also, they won't be able to see LOI, so he have to email one of us to give him that back. So
that's more than fine.
Okay.
If you want to just note in his file, Ember, if you're already in there, love, to just say approved 2 week, potentially more LOA from High Command. Roles will need to be re-added and job center updated when or if he decides to return.
Does this work for you?
Yeah. And you know what really fucking sucks?
Mm-hmm.
I did at one point consider leaving. Even saying that I wanted to, I wanted to get fucking low command.
Yeah, I know. It was one thing. I was gonna put you forward, and then you started disappearing, and I was like, oh, okay.
Like, you've done a fucking excellent job at building up something that was broken. It is extremely hard to do, and that is coming from somebody who has built and rebuilt a hospital more times than I can fucking count. I've written so many different variations of SOPs. I've got my fucking version numbers mixed up, but you fucking have built something that feels great to work towards, and I am fucking proud of you. That is why I'm not leaving.
But I couldn't do it without these guys, like everyone here. I couldn't have done it without them. But you saying that means so much. Sorry, continue. I had to say that.
It's just, I'm proud because it's not fucking easy.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. And you've built something that fucking just. There's no backstabbing of anybody to get someone out of a position so you can get it in yourself. There's no fucking PD hating you to the point that you just exist to remove their bullets because they got shot. PD loves you. We are a working system. I fucking hate that I'm not close with all the officers like how I used to be when I was director. And yet you have done so much, you have excelled so much that it's just, I'm incredibly fucking proud of you. And that's why I'm not leaving. I just need a break. Figure out where BJ Valentine, the robot doctor, whiskey snob, goes from here.
Hey, listen, go find me some whiskey on your journey, yeah? Don't let
Send
me
you
have
a
as much
bottle
as
of
I had at
Suntory.
Piper's house. Oh, hell yeah, okay, bet.
And BJ, you're an amazing doctor. Like I said, I even talked with you, what was it, a week or so ago, about your aspirations of getting into lead and stuff like that, because I know you said you don't want high command, but you want to help in command. And, that was something that, because we're looking at promotions, I was going to be bringing up because I knew you had all that. You kind of did just disappear a little bit, and, that was making it a little harder. But I know you will do good in those roles if those are the roles you want when you come back. Well, obviously, not going to be like, you come back, you get those roles, but in the future, you're an amazing doctor. You have knowledge that you and Ember are probably our most knowledgeable doctors, like, when it comes to a lot of stuff. And I want to see you excel, and if whether that's here or not here, you're still my brother no matter what. I just want to see you happy, and I really hope this LOA rejuvenates your want and love for the medical field, because you are an amazing doctor. And, come back with a renewed energy, and, I couldn't see promotions in your future if you come back with that energy that you had. You have a strong head, you're very knowledgeable, you're a great trainer, I think you'll do well. Just take the time you need.
The real fucking problem is that, like, I don't want to leave because, I have been around trying to do real estate to fucking distract my mind. I still find myself driving past the hospital, looking in and trying to get past this fucking big green monster in my path to fucking help. I just can't.
Cappy, go eat the green monster. You like green things, eat his green monster. Oh, wow, okay. Sorry, I was trying to make humor of it.
And BJ, I know I haven't said much during this, but I'm just going to, agree with them too and just speak from my own experience. Sometimes those green monsters do get in the way, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? We do need to take times for ourselves, whether that is taking an extended LOA, quitting the position, finding something else to do in our meantime. But one thing I will tell you to not do is do not overload yourself with things. Whatever you do, if you do start seeking other entertainment or anything like that, or other jobs, etc., please do not overload yourself.
But also, if it makes
funny
you happy,
fucking say that
Yeah,
because...
no, if it makes you happy, but yeah.
Well, no, it's funny you say that because I've got like 2 things written up for like a business to like try and fucking distract myself. And like, I just... nothing.
That's okay. Honestly, this is a stage of life I like to refer to as, and it'll happen throughout your life, but this too shall pass. Like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. So there'll be some rough waters, and you'll get through it. But where we end up on the other side, you'll at least have had the chance to enjoy the journey. Yeah.
I'm here to support you and yap with you, and if you ever need it.
I know. I know you are. Yeah, you all are.
Yeah. I am gonna. I go. Don't be freaked out. I went ahead and yanked your rolls, but I have a record of what they were. In the emails, so you're gonna see a lot less there. And then when you're ready, love, I will go ahead and switch you over to clock out scene management. And then whomever you want to email Piper, myself, Ever, Luna, who doesn't matter who. But if you want to keep it kind of tight knit, one of the three of us in this room, you can email and then we will go from there. Or if you find out that, hey, Boca Raton or Tahiti is just a godsend, then enjoy it. Send us postcards occasionally.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be waiting on that whiskey too, so that as well, please.
Well, do you want the legit stuff or what the American Alcohol Industry says is
Nah,
suntory?
give me the legit stuff, please.
Yeah, I guess thank you all for just kind of listening to me yap a little bit.
Yeah.
And not just being like most places are. It's just yeah, sorry, no, bye.
I think one of the things that people misconstrue about EMS or even PD or other agencies, communication means so much, and getting ghosted and not being able to respond to this, that, anything else, or coming at it with a gruff attitude, it's a harbinger of a bad start for a conversation when it does happen, right? And I think you coming to us and communicating evenly, being honest, I don't see how we could have gotten, given you anything bad, right? You know what I'm saying? Because that's something we appreciate. We've told over and over again, yeah, we have policies in place about LOAs and, doing your search or anything else, but people who communicate with us, we can at least get an understanding. It helps so much more than I think so we appreciate you for coming to us and being honest about what's going on and how you're feeling. And of course, we wish you nothing but the best, and no matter where that takes you. But I appreciate you taking the time, because that did take a lot of effort and a lot of stoicism to be able to come and say, "Hey, listen, here's a fault I've got right now." That's always hard to discuss.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I guess I've been doing this for so long. I've been at the bottom, and I've been Icarus at this point. I got my wings. I flew too close to the sun, and now I'm building that stairway up again. And it's just like I've learned a lot of lessons, a lot of hard lessons along the way. And I went from being like a director who was bearing the entire weight of keeping a hospital afloat to not managing a hospital for a bit, not having that responsibility. And there's a lot that I've learned. I can't do it alone. I need help. And the fact that I've got you guys for that help, I'm extremely grateful. One of the things that I tried to build my hospital up to be, and my staff, was to be a family. Somewhere you didn't fucking hate coming into work. You could do it, just chill out. You don't have coworkers, you got buddies. You're all just doing something you love doing. And I found that here.
I love that. I love that we have that impact, and that stays no matter what. I don't think I've ever heard anyone dislike you. So we definitely want to hear from you when you're able, and whether it's, hey, I caught a mythical fish today, or I found that whiskey, or guys, guess what? I'm really a fan of Crocs. I don't care what it is, but we care about.
Okay.
Everyone knows what that is.
Fuck anybody that speaks bad about Crocs anymore.
There you go. There you go. But we want you to be you and where you're happy and take that time. So I appreciate you for talking to us and being real. It takes a lot.
Yeah. It's not been fair to you guys. And it's not fair to me to try and fucking go back to how I always was and just force my way through a problem until it's fixed. I just have one ask while I'm gone. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but just one.
What's up, hon?
Not sure where my boy is at right now. But if anybody sees Vax in between now and by the time I get back, Uncle BJ loves him.
I will.
And I'm not saying goodbye. I just need a little bit of time to myself.
Yeah.
No, of course, hon.
I'll let him know. We've been working on health stuff with Vax. Vax is on medical LOA right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't want to pry. I'm secondary. Loving it to death.
He has
Jeez.
he has diabetes and a heart murmur.
Oh no.
He's my boy. He is the fucking taught me watching Bluey, even though he's not fucking in bed with me anymore. And I don't want him to think that I'm abandoning him, because I'm not.
Let him know.
No, I promise you. And, you know, if your plane ever happens to land here for a layover to the next destination, you know, hop in, say hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still gonna be around for D8, or are you taking an LOA there too?
I don't know. Because right now it doesn't feel like they're enforcing the requirements that were required last storm, where I need to be like doing 25 things, whatever it being, because these past couple, we'll say pay cycles, because that's the only way I can think of it. I haven't gotten 25, and I haven't had any of my managers or Viv being like, "Hey, what's up?" So I don't think right now there is kind of anything. So I'm kind of left to my own devices, where I'm working a little bit. Also, like, just fucking me getting a fight with Janet down at the ticket station and losing my senior citizen discount ticket. Just fucking, I haven't been around to, like, but a lot of people normally get their, like, influx of sales, so it's just like I'm kind of like scraping like the bottom of like getting what I can, you know.
Honestly, I don't know DA, but I do know Vivian because she's my warden, and I know that she owns both. She's pretty reasonable. I think if you wanted to take a clean break, you probably could. Like, I've taken breaks before from DOC. I've taken breaks before from here. You know, like, obviously we're chill. Pretty sure she'd be chill. You know.
Yeah, it's just like I would feel kind of bad doing it now, especially because they just told me like they're going to let me start training people, which is funny because we don't hire that often. Very few, and the probationary leaders we do have are now full-fledged. But I just like, I might put something in their ear and be like, "Hey, can I do this? You're okay with it?" And just like figure out what the fuck I'm doing and what the next episode of my life is going to
I think that's more than fair, hon. It's up to you. Obviously, we can't control what you do over in other jobs, but I think being reasonable and communicative is the best approach.
feels better.
Good. I know this is a lot to. Yeah, Trappy, tell him. I know this is a lot to unpack. And there'll be days when you have to
Food
continue to
coma.
unpack this probably by yourself, you know, back in your apartment. But, you know, we're here. Feel free to reach out, but also take that time that you need. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, really, truly, thank you.
course, of course.
It's kind of one of those things where I didn't know what to expect walking into this. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was walking into this to be like saying, "Hey, we're letting you go."
I think it's a natural assumption that whenever you're trying to express something, whether it's like good or bad, if it's something that's deep seated inside of you, you always have this like projection, right, of like how the conversation might go. And if you're like me, you usually have the worst case scenario like glued to the front of your skull, forefront of your eyelids, and you're like, "Yep, it's all down here." And more often than not, it's not. So it's our own, our squishy organs up top that kind of make a lot of decisions for us before actually finding out the answer.
I wish that was a problem I had where I didn't eat a lot.
I didn't think it was going to end like that at all. But I do appreciate you telling us and talking with us, having an open conversation.
Yeah. It's not been fair.
Oh, careful,
Not a
buddy.
Trappy.
You okay, buddy? Do you need a little band-aid? Okay.
I just like how we have been training canines. We just know, like, if we see a new animal, we already know how to talk to them. I think this is like my second time seeing Trappy, and I know already had like fucking basic communication with him. I don't know what the hell that means.
They chirp, squeak, honk, or bark, and they purr like cats.
They do. They're very
I'm gonna be honest.
guinea pigs too.
They're very social animals. Like if you get where you're an exotic pet license, you have to adopt two. You are not allowed to adopt one because they can actually die of loneliness and grief. They're extremely social animals.
Yeah, make that a law for. I'm kidding. That'd be great. Everyone has their assigned friend, or partner. You need that. Pretty cool, bud. Okay.
Off topic. Are you guys both around for Maine tomorrow to try to reschedule that one meeting?
What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, should be.
Okay, I'll just ask her tomorrow
yeah,
about Maine then. Okay.
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday. I am lacking tacos.
I want tacos now.
BJ, I'm gonna go ahead and move you to clock out, okay, hon?
Yep. Wait. Get my car out.
You will still be able to. You can still get it out. You're not fired. You just, if you clocked in, you're not gonna make any money.
Like, hang on, I've got meat in my trunk. I need to sell.
Please.
I seriously was looking in the staff fucking thing.
I mean, like, I've still got like 6 barrels that are aging right now, so it's like if I lost it, it's not a big deal, but like it's also money.
No,
money.
hon. Let's look at because you still have a job in the job center, right? You just can't like. The worst you could do is probably pull over your MDT, but we are going to respectfully request that you don't. And that you can also access the garage, but to get your car out and everything. Just trying to eliminate any unnecessary, just hello. How you doing, Piper? Any unnecessary distractions to your piece at this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Trappy, I've been informed that there is a 2 puppies upstairs. Would you like to go see puppies?
There's puppies?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be looking at a new litter of puppies too.
A choker and a You should be able to open it, hon.
Can't.
Oh, you might have to clock in and clock out again.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Gabriella texted me and said that the person should be awake soon, but because it's what it is, we're waiting to get everything lined up, or...
Are they going to be awake soon?
Let me see.
No. DOC thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them figure that out, and then they can let us know.
Okay. So do I need to respond to anything?
Yeah, just have them call me, will you? So I can help coordinate that. That'd be beautiful.
Okay.
There's little puppies upstairs, Piper. There's little puppies. There's the puppies.
I've met Joker.
Have you met Noir?
Is it Nor?
No, I have not met Noir.
They're so sweet.
They're so cute.
Okay.
Ooh, my legs, my blinks. So right here, we're here. Oh, we're sort of here.
Come here.
Okay, we're gonna raid someone different today. We're gonna raid one of my, like, that sounds very close. I did not like how close that sounded. We're gonna go raid someone. They're not a part of Echo. They are, hey, I get to share my 14-month sub when I get in there. They are someone that I absolutely adore on social media. I've gone and seen them in person. But yeah, I'm going to go 42, but I'm sending you all off to Jacques the Whipper, if you've heard of him. He is awesome. He's playing Baldur's Gate, which is making me want to play it. But go spread some love over there. Very good, just entertainer. He does parodies of songs with whips. Just an overall fun, like, funny guy. So go spread the love over there. If you have us, if you're a sub, use your raid emo. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.